Okay, I think I'm live on YouTube. Where? Hello? Hello? Okay, yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Great. Wonderful. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm here. It's time to watch a guy be stupid about video games. To respectfully listen to his opinions and fairly evaluate them. I think that's legit. There's one thing I forgot to check. No, I think it's good. Okay. Sorry. I slept really good. And by that, I mean, I slept until like noon because I was up fiddling with a drawing tablet for like a couple hours after. You know how like you can't go to sleep immediately after work? Yeah, if you finish work at midnight, for me, that means I got to go fiddle with stuff until like 2, 3 in the morning. Slept until noon though. It's rainy as shit out, so I'm a sleepy little old guy today. I'm going gnome mode. Woo! This is what I'm talking about. So let's enjoy a little bit of gaming in the Clinton years. Taking the piss out of George Woods. Yeah. We love to take the piss around here. You taking the piss? Are you having a piss of me, mate? Are you having a piss of me, mate? Is that a drill tweet? God, having a piss of me, mate will always stick with me as a guy pretending to do an accent and just not having it in the best way possible. Oh yeah, thank you. I enjoy this hoodie. The hoodie normally was just like too small, but I've lost a bunch of weight, so it's not too small anymore. Neat. Cool how that works.
It's taken.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and check out what George thinks of Diddy Kong Racing. I'm pretty excited for a lot of what George has to show us.
What are the ingredients for the ultimate racing game? Take a car, airplane.
Silver coins, more silver coins. However many silver coins you're thinking about putting in your game, double that, double that. You want 8 silver coins on a track? 16, 32. Now we're talking 32 silver coin challenge. You have to get all of them. No exceptions.
And hovercraft and stir vigorously with super.
If you do good enough, you can open shortcuts to try later races earlier, but you have to do it like multiple times and you have to be like multiple levels ahead. We're making it the Dark Souls of kart racers,
for Mario,
but not like Bloodborne kart. Like not aesthetically, but like mechanically.
64 style graphics. Fold in a world famous video game character.
Yeah, he's got some silver. What do you say? Silver pieces. My name is Gato. I got 20 nieces. Beat my ass. Get 20 silver pieces or whatever.
Kong, plus some appealing wannabes. Sprinkle in the overly sensational marketing term real-time dynamic animation, and finally, shake generously.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. I don't remember that being said anywhere.
With a good old rumble pack. Oh, and one more thing. Top it off with a blue, clue-dispensing elephant genie who hails from India. Nintendo serves a...
Yeah, don't love that there's only one character that's like from a region, you know? That's like the problem is there's not like a guy from Wisconsin in Diddy Kong Racing. I think I would be more okay with it if there was like a guy from Wisconsin, maybe someone from like Thunder Bay in Canada. That'd be pretty sick. Timber was supposed to be Australian. Oh no, you're right. Bumper is kind of Wisconsin. Oh, my name's Bumper.
A large helping of juice.
That's what I'm saying. This content needs a white man from Indiana. That's right.
Video game goodness to N64 fans with Diddy Kong Racing.
Wow, his accent's so neutral according to broadcast standards. Wow.
The game features rares, new...
No one lives in Thunder Bay? That's not true. Some of the Canadians I met with the best accents I've ever met were Thunder Bay.
Real-time dynamic animation, which leverages the system's power by creating
let's
with Diddy Kong.
What is this rambling ass nonsense? Hold on.
The game features rares, new exclusive real-time dynamic animation.
What? What is that? Is that anything? I'm like willing to, I'm not like an animator, right? Like I've never done animation. Is that sounds like it's a video game. That sounds like what a video game is that it like does the animation based on what's happening in the game. That's usually what a video game is. I think that's every video game. I think they're saying we got a new thing, comma, that every video game ever has had.
Which leverages the system's power by creating nice lighting effects and
3D models instead of sprites like Mario Kart 64.
noticeably smoother,
That's probably what they
rounder,
mean.
more realistic and dynamically animated characters. The 8 licensed drivers and
Yeah, you know what? That might be the case. Was since Donkey Kong Country 1 like sold so well, and part of it was like the graphics model they were using, right? Because they were using the like pre-rendered sprites and having those work out as animations. Maybe they were just like trying to like get some of that lightning in a bottle again by being like, see, it's another leap forward in animation technology from your friends at Rare.
the game features soft skinning, the process of taking a texture map and wrapping it around a polygon, instead of just painting a picture on a flat, jagged polygon. Diddy Kong Racing is a graphical feast, no question about it. But the gameplay is very similar to Mario Kart 64, with
God, I wish it was. This is like a thing where Diddy Kong, I guess I don't wish it was. It's not. Diddy Kong Racing 64 is like a very different game from Mario Kart 64. Like both in, there's a lot of different vehicles. There's a lot of different map design that's like a lot more treacherous than Mario Kart 64 on the whole. Items are super different. Yeah, there's just like so much that's different. And there's like a full adventure mode in that shit, you know, instead of just like you can do some races. Yeah, there's like no catch-up mechanics. Yeah, there's so much stuff. And yeah, the carts are like a lot slipperier on average, like the good ones in particular.
one exception, the one-player adventure mode.
Oh, you picked
This
the funny
feature has been way
crocodile.
overhyped as
Easy
exploratory,
mistake to make.
But the only real exploration takes place
I mentioned it during the marathon yesterday. I'm so glad that the new Donkey Kong game coming out has caused a resurgence of interest in the Kremlin and the Kremlings just getting hit off the screen, particularly like the original DKC one where you like throw a barrel at a little lizard and it goes it's like so good. One of the best noises. I don't know how they got that made. Incredible stuff. And then so Newbie had a theory that the character select noise for when you deselect the Kremlin character in this game is fucking them trying to do the but instead it's just my name's Crunch. And it's like reasonably close,
in
you
just
know?
2 places. One, the
They really
overworld,
some shooting
which you can
gems.
traverse in a few minutes. And
Holy
2,
shit, 95,
the rare times
thank
when
you.
you will swerve off the racetrack to get a key or other item, which is practically in plain view. This can hardly be called exploring. The game's objective
There are some places they expect you to explore pretty good, but also, yeah, like the thing is, it's exploration, comma, you still have to win. That's the thing that I think is brutal about Diddy Kong Racing is you have to like win on top of doing all the silver coins. You can't just, you have to like fuck up on purpose and still get away with it. Which is why it's nice that the game's catch-up stuff is like a lot more relaxed, with the exception of like the final
is
boss.
for players to get first place in each race. Each race takes place on a different course. The game lets you pick from several races at a time, so you never get stuck in one area. Diddy Kong Racing basically has 3 things going for it. 1, the bosses are totally cool. It will take several tries to topple the first boss.
I have a lot of thoughts about the bosses in this game. I don't know if totally cool is how I would describe most of my interactions with them. A lot of them are very frustrating and do bullshit, as I would say.
Boss.
Oh, right. George Woods thinks it's incredible when a boss does horse piss.
Gigantic Stegosaurus.
Yo,
2,
happy birthday,
the
Ivy
challenge
Snow.
is high, with both the bosses and the entire game overall. Even easier tracks will require a little luck to finish first. Finally, number 3 is the 2 to 4 player mode.
Okay, so this person did do the good thing to
Both
do
the
with
bosses
boost.
and the entire game overall. Even easier tracks will require a little luck to finish first. Finally,
So a reason I really like Diddy Kong Racing in particular is they experimented with having additional layers of execution on top of like the default boost mechanics. So there are things like when you drive up on a boost pad, you want to let go of the accelerator, because if you're not touching the gas pedal when you hit the boost pad, it boosts you harder and it gives you like rainbow smoke. There's like a tell for it and you just fly. But the thing is, you need to, or like rainbow's a level up one, green I think is the one off the boost. Either way, it's a different color. There's a tell. So the trick is trying to let off as late as you can, right? And then re-getting on the gas, you know, as soon as the boost has resolved, that kind of thing. It's a cool mechanic. It's fairly rudimentary by like today's kart game standards, in particular the like Sega All-Stars Racing, that kind of stuff, where they've gone very mechanic dense, which is great if you're into it. And then the logical extreme, which is like the Sonic Ring Racers or whatever, which not my personal taste. A lot of people say it's like a fighting game. It's not. It's just very complicated, and like there are more complicated inputs because there's a lot of things they expect you to do, which is a mistake a lot of people make, is they see a quarter circle forward and they're like, fighting game, and it's like, no, guys, no, come on. But that is the like full pervert level of like, I want to do as many mechanics as possible while racing. Yeah, Sonic Racing Transformed is like one of my favorites. I think it really hit a sweet balance of enough mechanical depth that you could outmaneuver a lot of stuff and like consistently place very high, even in a room that was like fairly close on skill level, just by like purely maneuvering around obstacles, racing really efficiently, using your boost wall, that kind of stuff. Without being like ludicrously over the top. It hit a nice spot.
3 is the 2 to 4 player mode. This mode is awesome because players spend more time setting up a sting where one person bombs another person just as he or she turns a corner than racing. Yes, each vehicle can be
saying that the good part of Diddy Kong Racing is the battle mode of Diddy Kong Racing is like the kind of idea I firmly believed in when I was like 7, something like that. Nah, man, it's the racing. You got to be better at the racing. I know you're not good at the racing, but it's the racing. You should really be getting in on the racing. Gameplay C. What the fuck does that mean?
equipped with weapons. The game is all the better as a result. These 3 points compensate for the game's fairly short length, ultimately passing with a moderately enthusiastic thumbs up.
The game's fairly short length. So he definitely didn't do anything after the first lap. He didn't do the silver coins, right? He was like, this is optional. I don't have to do this. Or like tried a couple and went, no thanks, not doing this. Yeah. I absolutely do not believe he did silver coin challenge, because yeah, it's like really also a good point. Did they show any footage of the final world? Because they capture their own footage. They're very proud of that because it was hard in the day. Yeah, can't help but notice only one boss was recorded and no final world. That's crazy. Yeah, no, this game has I did a full playthrough of it with Evelith at as part of like Cyber Couch way back in the day. And it took a long ass time. Wizpig 1 and 2 in particular were like a lot of attempts. Wizpig 2 is a motherfucker. You basically have to hit every boost perfectly every step of the way, or else you just lose. It's really mean. It's really mean. All right, sick. Let's pull up the next one, which is one that I don't hear people talk about as much, but it makes me want to yell. His review of Donkey Kong Country 2. Oh, loud. There we go.
Okay, we've shown you sneak previews of Donkey Kong Country 2 on previous shows before the game came out, but you've probably been wondering if we would ever cover this game. After all, isn't this supposed to be the biggest and the best of video games?
I think pretty much universally people agree that Donkey Kong Country 2 is like a better game than 1. I really like a lot of what 1 does, and I appreciate what 1 does, but 2 is much stronger than 1. Pretty universally agreed. Even most like speedrunners I know who do play Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2 will say like 2 is like the nuts. I think the big thing for me between 1 and 2 is that in 1 they had a lot of issues with platforms where the hitbox and hurtbox of like the collision box rather, the collision box of platforms was like pretty unclear relative to the sprite. There's a lot of platforms where the sprite itself will like go a full distance, and then one side will be only a little bit in, and then the other side will be quite a bit in. Yeah, I love 1. 1 makes me smile. It reminds me of when I was a funny little lad who just played Super Nintendo in his bedroom and had a cool time. But yeah, 2's just like a better game.
Well, don't get too excited. DKC2 is an outstanding game, but the sheer gotta have it or die excitement that saturated players' minds during
DKC
the
speedrunners don't count. Their leaderboard is shitgamequitforever.com. So funny.
So the first game is simply just not there for this game. For the original, everyone had to buy it because of the...
Yeah, I'm a little fucking sicko who, if I had to play a Donkey Kong to replay, and I didn't have to full clear it, is like the big condition there, I would probably pick 3, because 3 is very funny to me, and it does a lot of random minigame breaks that are just so Kuso adjacent when they happen, and it's so funny to me every time. The snowball fight with the snowman across multiple lanes. It's damn, it's funny. Damn, it's good.
Graphics, which were revolutionary. Now, that initial frenzy is over.
Donkey Kong Country 1 was my childhood, so I am an eternal defender. That said, as an eternal defender, 2 is the better game. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's how I feel about it, is like, I love 1 a whole lot, but 2 is just like so much more going on, so much more mechanical complexity, a lot of variety. Both games had a ton of iconic music for what it's worth. Like, I think 1 and 2 are both like on the same layer of just like, damn, that's a soundtrack. I could probably, recognize 4 or 5 songs off each soundtrack pretty free. Yeah, it's good.
DKC undoubtedly raised consumer standards for video game quality. Perhaps too high.
Yeah, iron sights on big guns. Yeah.
We've all had thoughts of what...
Yeah, Tina's a knower. Tina speedruns Final Fantasy VI and like a ton of other games, just a ton of other games. Learning Final Fantasy V so that she can run 5 into 6, which is great. It's like, it's gonna be great for me when I just want to have a stream on. Awesome, I love it. But a knower of the speedrun scene.
What games ought to be like now that we've seen the potential through DKC, and we're all more savvy and demanding than ever when it comes to this industry. Donkey Kong Country was our...
Didn't this fucking game come out like a year and a half or like 2 years after the first one? Wasn't it like really fast? Like, I know it's old games and old games were much faster, but like even by those standards, I remember it being like pretty quick. 1 year and change. Sick. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it couldn't have been 2.5 years because Donkey Kong Country wasn't like a super early game on the Super Nintendo. And the Super Nintendo's life cycle was only like 4 years, 5 years, something like that, like less. It's old console cycles used to be really fast by today's standards. Yeah, 6 if you go from, okay, there were really late SNES games. I'm going from when the SNES released to when the N64 released, because that's like when the public view usually shifts. And I think the N64 released in 95. So yeah, that would, for me, that would be 90 to 95. So yeah, 5 years, which is like pretty wild. Yeah, because there were PS2 games that were made until what, like 2006 or not 2006, like 2015 or some shit. They kept making FIFA games for the PS2, and I do not think it would be fair to say the PS2 was like still a fully supported console at that point.
Our sneak preview to the future, and Donkey Kong Country 2 is, well, a second sneak preview. On the whole, the sequel is not much different from the original game, but DKC2 does have some improvements that are worth noting. To reduce awkward play control on the maps, Rare got rid of the paths between the stage icons and replaced them with arrows that point in the direction of where...
I fucking hate this. By the way, it's kind of amazing that George managed to like line up a sniper shot and find the one thing I actively do not like about Donkey Kong Country 2 is that there's like no clear paths between shit. And that like you had to press an arrow and hope it went the right way. And like, it's not like a big deal or anything, but I would definitely prefer that. Yeah. Like I think it would be more.
Rare got rid of the paths between the stage icons and replaced them with arrows that point in the direction of where a path would be. Checks appear over coins you've already collected in the bonus levels, so you know you've already covered the territory. The animation seems more detailed, especially when Diddy or Dixie climbs the ship's ropes in the early levels. New animal friends have been added to the cast of characters, including Rattly the snake, Clapper the seal, Glimmer the fish, and Squitter the spider. Old friends like Rambi now have super abilities too. Rambi can do a super fast...
Damn, man, it sounds like they added a lot to a game that was like already kind of pushing it on mechanical density for the console.
Have been added to the cast of characters, including Rattly the snake, Clapper the seal, Glimmer the fish, and Squitter the spider. Old friends like Rambi now have super abilities too.
So like I've always felt like for platformers and simpler, like not simpler genres of games, but you know, like platformers, 3D platformers, that kind of stuff. My favorite games almost universally are when they do a second game in the same engine with largely the same team. Donkey Kong Country 2 being a great example. Mario Galaxy 2 being maybe my favorite example, where like I really enjoyed Mario Galaxy 1. I think it's still like a pretty great game. Mario Galaxy 2 is like unfucking believable. It's so good. It's like one of the greatest Marios for sure. God, yeah, Spyro 2, Majora's Mask, Sly Cooper 2. Yeah, I've heard Donkey Kong Bonanza is kind of like a Mario Odyssey follow-up to some degree, in which case, sure, I'll take it. But yeah, absolute banger setup. Hearing him complain that they didn't change enough when they've clearly added like so much and gotten better at stage design, gotten better at like platform detection, having unique mechanics across like multiple funny little animal guys. Dixie is just like more mechanically dense in general.
Rambi can do a super fast horn charge if you press and hold A until he starts scraping his hoof on the ground, then let go. Squitter can make temporary webs by jumping up and while in midair, pressing L and R together. Most importantly, players are more forced or encouraged to find and complete all the bonus levels and get a 102% score because of Clubba's 15 coin toll. Beyond the toll is the Lost World, which hints at a secret ending to the game, different from the normal ending. Indeed, a much more exciting ending awaits if you...
Yeah, forced or encouraged. I mean, like, do you want to see all of the game? Then you can do more of the game. Do you not want to see more of the game? You can finish the game and put it down and be like, that was great. I had a nice time. It's modular for your pleasure, George.
Complete 102% of the game and clear the Lost World levels. Finding all the bonus levels in the first game changed the ending ceremony only by having.
Why do you think game sequels are often better than movie sequels? I think it's a lot of, for platformers in particular, is like there's a reason I kind of like highlight platformers, is they're usually very story light, right? You know, the princess got captured by Bowser and Mario has to go get the princess from Bowser. And so it's like, fine, they can build on that story pretty easily. If they want to flesh it out and add more characters and Sonic universe it, they can do that. You know, that's like always on the table. A lot of movies, the reason the first one fucking bangs is because the plot is awesome, right? Like the plot is awesome, the aesthetic's awesome, that kind of thing. And kind of just following up a movie with more of that, especially when like a good movie usually wraps itself up, right? Like with the exception of maybe like the way they do modern Marvel cinema, that kind of stuff. A lot of movies that are very satisfying are because like there is a full package that is done at the end of it, which is nice. So making another full package when the first one kind of already fully delivered is tough. Whereas like doing the platformer sequel, it's you can just like add extra stuff. You have more time to explore the space. That a lot of times I have a feeling these dev teams come up with really cool ideas that they have to cut from the first game for time, right? But then they have a bucket of like really cool ideas. They're more familiar with the game engine. They maybe have a lot of art assets already in place. They have a lot of coding in place, that kind of stuff. So they can develop a lot more ideas on top of that. Like Mario Galaxy 2 is an incredible example of, there is like a new mechanic that is fun every other fucking level. It's kind of unbelievable. There's like 2 stinkers out of like 100 unique ideas. It's fucking crazy.
Having Cranky Kong say something different. No additional.
Yeah, Pokemon Gen 1 to Pokemon Gen 2, that as well. That as well. There's only a few movies that feel a sequel is legit improvements. It usually comes to like Terminator 2 and Aliens. And so like those are really interesting examples, right? Because Terminator 2 is so different in tone, execution, aesthetic, fucking budget than Terminator 1, right? Like Terminator 1 is bordering on a horror film, if it isn't just fully accepted as a horror film. I'm not a movie guy, so I don't know. And Alien and Aliens is kind of like the same way. It's like very horror versus like very action movie. So by being just fully separate and fully disparate things, they both can kick ass. And it's not just like following up and being like, what if there was 2 fucking aliens and it's the same movie except there's 2 aliens?
Graphics or story were presented, resulting in gamers feeling cheated since they did all that
horror
hard
thrillers,
work
how I
for
heard it.
nothing.
Okay, word.
In DKC2, you really have to work if you want to see the real ending. This game does have a few drawbacks. DKC2's.
Is that bad, having to like do everything to get the final ending? I think that's like okay. I think it sucks when it's like play this game and it's the same exact game but you take double damage, which is like very common in older games where they'd be like, go to hard mode. What's changed in hard mode? You have half the ammo and you take twice as much damage. Oh, sick, cool. But this is like, do cool hard levels.
Music is nowhere near as ear-catching as the original soundtrack. Also, some levels, like Web Woods,
yeah,
for example,
the reward is the levels, right? Like the reward is playing the reward is the experience. Truly, the treasure was the friends we made along the way in a video game. You're not gonna believe what happens in Aliens 3. I've never seen it. Is it legitimately just what if aliens, but there's like more? My only in-person experience with alien films was Alien vs. Predator, which I saw live in theaters with my buddies John and Hunter, and it was ass.
Downright irritating. Despite all the improvements,
So
some players,
ass.
especially older players, may really want to think long and hard about buying Donkey Kong Country 2. No matter what anyone says, Nintendo will still make a fortune off this game. Don't get us wrong, they deserve every penny. Our advice to Nintendo, however.
This is so confusing to me. of, first of all, saying the soundtrack is worse. Fuck you, man. Like, I don't know what to say when someone's that, like, wrong in general. Yeah, I think there's, like, the human mind and the human spirit craves novelty. That's fine. That's the human condition. I understand that. I'm a variety streamer. I get it. Like, yeah, man, I know. That being said, the desire for it to be an entirely new product, I always forget how aggressive the 2D to 3D shift was in gaming consoles, because it was like a huge deal, right? Like from NES to SNES, there was this huge leap in fidelity. And so everybody wanted that same kind of jump from the Super Nintendo. Or like, again, remember, like most people's exposure to gaming was like Atari, at least in America. Atari to NES, huge leap in fidelity. NES to Super NES, huge leap in fidelity. And so SNES to 64, they were like, this is the future. It's a next step in fidelity, is the 3D realization of the environment. And I think reviewers were like really all in on that at the time.
Is to be very careful in the future. Nintendo's most recent sequels, DKC2 and Super Mario World 2, have been disappointing for some players. Perhaps these sequels aren't unique enough from their predecessors.
I'm sorry, Super Mario World 2's problem was it's too close to Super Mario World 1? I'm sorry? So for anyone who doesn't know, Mario World 2, if you're not as old as I am, Mario World 2 is Yoshi's Island. That's the game where you play as Yoshi, and it's wildly different than Mario World. The art style, different. The music, different. The level design, different. The mechanics, different. The jump, different. The attack, different. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, I've heard this. I have heard this. Yeah, the shoes, different. Legit, I do not know if that was a fully confirmed thing. But if you told me that Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island was only called Mario World 2 for marketing, I'd believe it. And especially I'd believe it because the other Yoshi's games I don't think sold nearly as well, especially in America, where you had Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi's Safari. And I don't think either of those did super well. And later on, you had Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy, and then you had Yoshi 64, which was something else. Mario World 2 was only called Mario World 2 in the US. In Japan, it's just Yoshi's Island. That makes sense. So yeah, confirmed, I suppose. But they are like wildly different games. Like truly. Please use Topsy-Turvy's true name. Oh, you mean Yoshi's Universal Gravitation? Like, I don't know. And yeah, you needed... Yoshi Safari had a problem of you needed one of these fucking things. And there are not that many of these fucking things. Like, I think like 100 of them sold in the US, right? Like, that's about it. I'm okay. The dust just fired right into my own eyes. I went to blow off the lens and it just... Yep. Yep. Just pocket sanded myself with the dust.
Perhaps Nintendo is making its games for a younger audience. Remember when a Mario game involved great thinking and a puzzle-like action, not just hidden bonuses? That's the kind of gameplay Nintendo needs to...
Okay, sorry, I'm back in. I'm
Woods,
okay.
for example, are just downright irritating. Despite all the improvements, some players, especially older players, may really want to think long and hard about buying Donkey Kong Country 2. No matter what anyone says, Nintendo will still make a fortune off this game. Don't get us wrong, they deserve every penny. Our advice to Nintendo...
I think a lot of older gamers would get hard for Donkey Kong Country 2.
is to be very careful in the future. Nintendo's most recent sequels, DKC2 and Super Mario World 2, have been disappointing for some players. Perhaps these sequels aren't unique enough from their predecessors. Perhaps Nintendo is making its games for a younger audience. Remember when a Mario game involved great thinking and a puzzle-like action?
No. No. At this point in time, no. Not at all. Mario 1's, yeah, I mean, first of all, Rare's not Nintendo. I haven't mentioned that yet. They're different companies. Second of all, Mario, the closest thing you had to a puzzle was jump through the correct paths in the castle to go forward. The Illusion Forest in Mario World, maybe. Also, like, Mario World Yoshi's Island has like a ton of puzzle elements, like finding all the goodies.
Not just hidden bonuses? That's the kind of gameplay Nintendo needs to regain.
What do you mean not just hidden bonuses? Do you just like... Does he hate the idea of like being surprised and getting a goodie? That's so fucked.
Let's face it, folks.
What's the
Donkey Kong
point?
Game is as fun as the original Super Mario Brothers was in its time, and RPGs like Chrono Trigger are finally becoming.
Yeah, he wants there to be progression gated by puzzles. Like, if it's not in the way of main progression, he hates
a mainstream type of video game, often more fun than platform games like Donkey Kong Country.
Right. This was when George was on his Chrono Trigger mindset, where he just wanted every game to be Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I forgot. This was the George just is nutting over Chrono Trigger every second of every day.
Consumers in this industry are changing their...
And like, I get it. Chrono Trigger is a really good video game. If you hadn't played any other RPGs before like that, or like even like if you'd only played games that had come out before Chrono Trigger, it was a pretty serious kick up there. Like Chrono Trigger, FF6, FF5 are all like bangers. But to go every game should be Chrono Trigger is like, you know what? It's comic book movie guy thinking. So I guess I get it.
Taste, their values, and their spending habits. They're guarding their money, even if it means not buying an excellent game like Donkey Kong Country 2.
If you don't make it an RPG, I'm not going to buy it. Fuck off. Bikin' or no bikin'.
They're waiting for the next generation of video games from the Ultra 64, while others have plunged
Ultra 64 mentioned. Woo.
Prematurely into systems like Sony's PlayStation or the Sega Saturn. Let's just hope our collective video game blues come to an end soon. We want new types of games. We want more challenge. We want more 3D gameplay. We want more sound and voices. We want more animated video sequences.
I want to force George Woods to play Wings of V.
And what we want is more, and we have the right to ask for it. Thank you, Diddy and Dixie, for showing us the future of video games. Someday we'll all look back and say, DKC and DKC2, they started it all.
All of what? Wait, started what? To the brig with you. To the brig with the children. Go into the hole. Well, this review better be, I don't remember this one. This shit better just be this game stinks.
Asking for more challenge, and yet struggles with the mushroom.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Doom is a game that's easy to pick up and play.
Chat, raise your hand if you've played Doom for the Super Nintendo and if you think it's a game that's easy to pick up and play.
Let's play through 22 first-person levels without the help of any passwords or battery feature. In fact, the only help you'll get is the unlimited continues feature. When you die, you simply start over at the beginning of the current level.
This game sucked too much ass to be put on the bad wheel. By the way, for anyone who was wondering, would this be on the wheel? Too nauseating for me.
To stay alive, you
Too nauseating, and also it runs so bad that it's like impossible to not get lost.
Must search for new and better weapons so you can defeat more aliens faster than with the pistol you have at the beginning of the game. Your mission is to terminate the aliens who have invaded a high-tech military base on Mars. Who knows how they got in? The aliens also turned some of the soldiers at the base into zombies, so don't be surprised if some of your old friends attack you. Unfortunately, life in the world of Doom is very gloomy, so if you want to survive, you have to monitor your health throughout the periods of rapid fire. Your maximum health is 100, and you're standing in death's door once your health has been depleted down to the 30s. The graphics in Doom are awesome.
Sorry, the graphics in Doom are awesome. About the Super Nintendo port specifically is so funny.
Especially when you go up the stairs to a lookout area and see the world outside. The scrolling speed is comparable to real-life walking speed, unlike other games of this type where you walk really slow.
So this is actually a very funny point that has been studied and discussed. It became a real issue when VR started kicking up, right? Because what people think is walking speed that's correct for an FPS is, yeah, as Doc put it, if you convert actual ground speed from Doom to real life speed, you are going like 55 miles an hour. It's insane. Like, you're going so fucking fast. And that is like so common throughout these. Like, you are faster than La Cheetah. And people are like, yeah, this feels about right. And like, I understand that. I'm the guy who wanted to go faster in every game, like Bug Fables, for example. That being said, that doesn't make it realistic, George. You do not go this fast.
With the fast scrolling, the action is intensified and provides for better gaming experience. There are lots of turns in the hall.
That's right, he's one of the troops. Get him, that troop speed.
So that you fear the unknown every time you turn a corner. Some halls lead to doors that you open by pressing A, but beware of what's on the other side. If an alien surprises you, shoot it with the Y button. If you prefer...
Am I getting told to beat the alien, shoot it until it dies? Thank you, George.
For a different weapon that you collected, use X to select it. Different types of advanced weapons include shotguns.
Wait, alien? Wait, did he say it was aliens? Like they're on Mars, right? Is it aliens if they're like on Mars?
Chainsaws and the BFG 9000. Doom received a rating of M, which stands for mature player 17 or older. This rating is comparable to an R movie rating. The main reason for the rating is the blood and the abundance of dead bodies lying on the floor once you've shot them all. Yes?
And payment processors would be like still fine with this to this day, which is why if you haven't, you should consider calling Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Stripe and letting them know that you don't appreciate them deciding they get to censor and make decisions on what legal media adults are able to purchase. Call and email, do both, I would say, but the call is definitely more important. Feel free, if someone has there was like a shorthand guide that had like good phone numbers to reach out to. Yeah, play it a little dumb. Call them over and over again. Try to hit every payment processor once a day. It was only like 1,000 weirdos total who were like part of this hyper conservative reactionary group from Australia. It only took like 1,000 phone calls from them or whatever. So fuck them. Call them. There's some scripts that are available. Feel free to tell them that like you're going to take your business elsewhere if they deny you the ability to buy stuff that's perfectly legal, even if it makes them a little uncomfortable. That's not the same. That's not the same, and they don't get to make that choice for you, an adult. Okay, cool. Sorry, just wanted to slide that in real quick because it's like gonna need to be an ongoing effort, so I'm gonna mention it like once a week or two. You know how it is.
The game is violent, but it's also more realistic than other games where the bad guys just conveniently fade away after they've been killed. Realism is what Doom is all about. That's why the play perspective is violent, but it's also more realistic than other games where the bad guys just conveniently fade away after they've been killed. Realism is what Doom is all about.
What? What do you mean? The game with the cockademon in it? The game with the fucking funny orb with one eye, a big smile that looks like a huggable fella? The skeleton that has missiles on its back?
That's why the play perspective isn't a side.
Yeah, I think this was a case of marketing. I think this was a case of him getting hit by marketing and believing in marketing, which, surprising no one, remember, this is the guy who referred to Diddy Kong Racing 64 as having, like, real-time rendered system graphics or what fucking ever it, what, you know?
Doom will not have the problem of over-pixelized close-ups when it comes to the Nintendo Ultra 64 next year, so you can expect more games using this perspective in the future. The controller of the Ultra 64 will...
There were games that used it. True, the cockademon has a butthole.
Also result in a better Doom experience. But until NU64 comes out in April, the Super NES provides an exciting translation of the PC version of Doom. Bottom line, Doom is either up your alley or it isn't. The concept of the game does not appeal to all players.
The fact that he doesn't mention that a lot of this footage is sped up and that this game runs like shit is unbelievable. This is like, if you're a big Doom fan, Dr. Dubs, this game will kill you instantly. This is a game that will ruin you for sure.
Okay. It is going the correct speed, actually. It's just that is the frame rate.
Oh, he found one spot that ran a little okay. Okay.
Close-ups when it comes to the Nintendo.
I just remember when combat happens, this game stops.
64 next year, so you can expect more games using this perspective in the future.
There we go. Yeah,
if that sometimes.
This is the speed I'm thinking of
in the
for
future.
most of it.
The controller of the Ultra 64 will also result in a better Doom experience. But until NU64 comes out in April, the Super NES.
NU64. We're shorthanding the Nintendo Ultra 64. Let's go. That's what I'm here for, baby. Let's go.
Provides an exciting translation of the PC version of Doom. Bottom line, Doom is either up your alley or it isn't. The concept of the game does not appeal to all players.
Yeah, I agree. You might like Doom,
quite,
or you might not. Check it out. NFL.com.
Football. Football.
Speaking of destruction, Doom 64 is a masterpiece. This game is so immersive that you may actually scream out loud.
Me seeing James and the Giant Peach. I'm so scared I'm going to die.
And actually be scared. Just you wait until you're trapped between two ghouls with your health points running dangerously.
Ghouls? How many different things can we call these incorrectly? How many, George?
As well as your ammunition. You'll frantically switch weapons, hoping against hope to survive.
Does he ever say demons in anything else? Because this is the era where that mattered for some fucking reason.
No, he always calls them aliens and now ghouls. I think George is just doesn't know.
Man, we get chills just talking about Doom. Doom has what is essentially an R movie rating, but don't let the gore turn you off. Doom is spookier than ever, and exploring the demonic chambers of the game will amaze you. The Nintendo 64's technological capabilities can be given all the credit for this game. Absolutely.
Oh, he said demonic.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No pixelization like in Final Doom for the PlayStation. This does not mean the graphics are flawless. The enemy animation is a whoppingly primitive 2 frames worth, but otherwise, the game is a marvel for the eye. Some of you may think we're getting paid to butter up this game, especially since we've never been huge fans of Doom.
They've been pretty big fans of Doom.
But the Nintendo 64 takes this once tired...
Like, they said Doom for the Super Nintendo was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genre to new levels.
Not for everyone.
The challenge level is perfectly balanced, so that Doom will last you quite a while, even with a hint guide, which we'd kill for.
God, he wants games to be challenging, but demands he has a set of guides of how to get everything in them and how to complete everything
If
in
Doom is
them.
too dark for you, literally, not figuratively, you can adjust the brightness in the options menu. This is a real plus. Williams gets some major brownie points for that one. Our hats go off to Williams for defying the critics' expectations of just another Doom game and forging ahead to create an all-new Doom experience that unexpectedly caught our attention.
He doesn't understand the difference between a developer and a publisher, right? Like, that's just, we understand that now because he thinks Nintendo made Donkey Kong Country 2.
Promise we're not overhyping a B-level game. Yes, this Doom is not much different in terms of gameplay from previous Dooms, but the enhanced graphics allow this same gameplay to become a new experience nonetheless. The choice should be simple. Great graphics.
He's such a little nutbag for graphics. He is the lowest of game reviewer in that
Great
way.
control, great challenge, great fun, one of the top games of the year. And we can't believe we're saying that. Maybe we've been possessed by the demons in Doom.
Okay, so like he does know they're demons. He just says aliens like a fucking lunatic. Okay, great.
Not a nice thought. I'm
Williams did develop Doom 64. Unbelievable.
starting to get the heebie-jeebies. We're going to shut up now, so just do us a
Oh yeah, I would believe
favor,
it.
trust us, and give Doom 64 a try.
He was just being funny when he called them aliens? No, I don't think he was. Or do you mean the Williams development thing? Which midway I'd believe for sure. Yeah, like I understand wanting a guide, but wanting a guide and also wanting the game to be incredibly hard is like such a bizarre place to be. Okay, well, it's time to do one that's gonna make you all yell. But I have to grab a drink real quick and turn my air conditioner down. I think it's a little high. Dude, off. That's what I'm saying. Like the graphics went crazy. Like as far as like people's expectations, because I think it was just like the Atari to NES was crazy and fast. The NES to the Super NES was crazy and fast. The Super NES and the N64 were like, you know, 3D is a big technology, right? And then the N64 to the PS2 was like a crazy leap as well. So like I understand the desire for it and the expectation, but people were like fucking feral, huh? But yeah, I'll be right back 1 second. Whew, okay. Sorry, had a quick little panic moment there of just my blower fan on my air conditioning took a really long time to kick on, but it did kick on after a reset, so we're good.
Like Illusion of Gaia, Earthbound comes packed with a load of hints if you need them. Earthbound is an easy RPG, but Nintendo wanted the game to be easy so it provide constant, uninterrupted fun.
Yeah, no AC problems,
Earthbound has
please.
so many comic elements to it that Nintendo doesn't want you to give up on the game and never see those funny scenes. Earthbound is the first RPG to be set in modern times.
Oh yeah, I'm putting you fuckers into the Earthbound hole for sure. You're about to be, if you love Earthbound, you're gonna love this review.
You save your progress by calling your dad over the telephone and refill your energy by eating pizza. Speaking of pizza, you can play the game with your left hand and eat pizza in the other, since the game can be controlled with the L button, which lets you talk and check.
I don't understand what would be bad
Fill your
about
energy by
that
eating
though.
pizza. Speaking of pizza, you can play the game with your left hand and eat pizza in the other, since the game can be controlled with the L button.
Yeah, the way he's holding pizza, I don't love it. You're allowed to. I would usually go with thumb over the middle, back of the crust, scoop from underneath, that kind of thing. Also, he's playing with the wrong side of the controller. Yeah, he's playing with the face buttons, which is nothing.
Which lets you talk and check, otherwise known as search, and the control pad to move. Prepare to visit several places: a clubhouse, arcade, burger shop, theater,
Burger
Rascal,
shop! Yay!
dinosaur museum, hospital,
Yippee!
drugstore, Stonehenge, a police station, library, a park, city hall.
I think I want to cut out this segment of him just listing places.
Mold well. The game is easy, but you should consider buying it just because it's really innovative. Earthbound is the first stop, and Saturn Valley.
Okay.
City Hall, drugstore, burger shop. Prepare to visit several places.
Prepare to visit several places, followed
A
by
clubhouse, arcade, burger shop, theater, Loch Ness Lake, dinosaur museum, hospital, drugstore, Stonehenge, a police station, library, a park, city hall, preschool, a bakery, laboratory, tents, caves, inns, a desert, a beach resort, grocery store, a snake shop, and Saturn Valley.
24. A list of 24 items. Crazy thing to put in your review. That's unbelievable. That's how you pad a review out, baby.
Bottom line, the battles and the HP elements seem out of place, but the psychic experience points fit the Earthbound mold well. The game is easy, but you should consider buying it just because it's really innovative.
George is absolutely a guy who thinks RPGs are easy because he just wanders around an area grinding nonstop. This is an easy mistake to make for people who are don't have a good game sense yet, is you end up fighting way more enemies than you're supposed to. You then go back, and heal up and then fight more enemies and do that kind of thing. Yeah.
Earthbound is the first RPG set in modern times. The graphics are impressive artistically, but not technically.
George would look at a Monet painting and be like, interesting artistically, no merit technically. He means realism. It's because he loves
The
realism.
humor makes the game interesting.
Yeah. Final Fantasy VI. Good game. What's it here for? Is this just the ending of Final Fantasy VI? Holy shit. I was ready for a lot of stuff. I wasn't fucking ready for just the ending of Final Fantasy VI. That's so funny. That's so funny. Get smoked, dummies.
The opening cartoon of Eek the Cat is really cool, but the game less so.
This game sucks in a way that's hard to explain. It's like all an escort mission, and the game is strangely dark. This is not a problem he's having with his capture device. This is what the game looks like. It's really fucking weird. Yeah, the game looks like this. It's insane that it does. I don't know how it got shipped out looking like it was halfway into loading.
You must complete 5 short levels, each with the same goal of guiding a character to the exit sign. Eek will do many things to accomplish this task, but the most crucial act, getting the character to jump to higher places, is difficult to perform due to the...
It's a weird reskin of an Amiga game. Was it like a game where you had to protect the baby from Baby's Day Out, or like Wario and Mario, or like Mr. Magoo Simulator?
Play control. Oddly enough, sometimes the play control is too sensitive, too responsive, but other times it's very unresponsive. Go figure.
It's because there's too much momentum in this game. What George is experiencing is really bad momentum and inertia, where the game feels really loose when you need to like turn stuff, but when you're going one direction for a period of time, it feels crazy touchy.
Bottom line, the game won't keep your...
It's like momentum, but you're allowed to flip your vector without actually changing like the amount of momentum you have. It's bizarre.
Attention due to the deadly...
Yeah, it controls like ass. George is right. This game sucks.
But it's the perfect choice for die-hard puzzle action fans. We said...
Saying Eek the Cat is a perfect choice for anyone should be a criminal act. That should be prosecutable.
It has an awesome introduction, so we're just going to let it roll.
Whoa, Mode 7. Was Eek the Cat ever like this ugly? I feel like Eek the Cat wasn't like this bad to look at normally. Was it this ugly in the cartoon? It was not that ugly. Okay, I thought so. The TVs they tested on had the brightness set wrong. I believe it. It's so funny when you like see a game that sucks shit clearly, and then it's the Ocean logo or like the Titus logo, and you're just like, you motherfuckers again. You motherfuckers. The number of games that start with the Ocean logo on the bad games wheel is higher than you'd like, but lower than you'd expect if we're being honest. Yeah, it's like LJN. LJN's another one that's just like, ugh. Flame made some alright stuff.
Our last fighting game of the day is Guys, featuring characters from the Final Fantasy series. Cloud and Tifa make an appearance in the fighting section of the game. Ironically, the fighting aspect of the game is negligible compared to the quest mode.
Yeah, the quest mode is fucking crazy in this game. I love this shit. I've streamed this once. I kind of want to do like a longer stream series with it. Maybe once I'm done with the wheel and I can just like stream a thing that I know the viewership will be asked for, and I don't have to worry about it. We'll just do like a full Guys. Like, I'm gonna do nutrition. My favorite part about this game is that there is a nutrition mechanic where you need to like find yummy goodies in the dungeon, but if you like eat too much of certain things, it's a bad time.
However, Cloud and Tifa are absent from this section, as well as the mini-games. Yes, Guys has as many extras as it does incorrect pronunciations.
They're available in the mini-games.
The quest mode is the only selling point in the game.
Right, he hates fighting games. He's again, comic book and movie guy. So the idea of engaging in sports is revulsive to him. Even if he doesn't understand that's what his problem is, that is what his problem is. I see this every day.
For more info, visit our website at flightsoffantasy.com.
Yeah. I thought he really liked Final Fantasy VII. I can't remember. That was the review, by the way. Yeah, he just didn't get it. Truly, that's a case of just did not get it. Oh, he hates Final Fantasy VII? Oh, fuck. I forgot.
Sony showed its intelligence once again by releasing another game from Squaresoft, Einhander. Yes, the name is weird, but you'll like the game.
Is the name that weird? Like it's got a single, you know, got the funny double dot? Oh, this bitch hates Einhander. Well, I don't know. He loves a challenge. He loves graphics. Also, Einhander just means one-hander, right?
This title...
It's like how a Zweihander is a two-hander and a Bastandard is a 1.5-hander.
Very well be the best shooter ever made. While not as fun as Star Fox 64, Einhander can certainly compete on a technical and creative level. The use of camera motion is exquisite.
He weirdly likes Einhander.
Experience. The graphics are three-dimensional, while the play is two-dimensional. A perfect mix in this case. 3D control would be too much to handle considering the game's speed. Einhander is only one of the 3 games to...
Weirdly, a good opinion of this game would be worse if they made it like a 3D shooter. It should be in this genre.
Straight A's on our show so far this year. Control, difficulty, and design.
Jesus Christ, he loves Einhander.
Top notch. The difficulty is especially deserving of an A. Talk about hard.
I mean, yeah, so that's the thing is his difficulty A doesn't mean... I mean, it does mean better for him, but it just means harder. And that is fair. Most shmups are hard as fuck.
This game just tore us apart. We even had the best ship, too. The one with 3 gun pods. 3 gun pods allows you to carry up to 3 secondary weapons at a time.
Wow.
And you can cycle between them.
Sick.
We have 2 more minor hints for you. First, always think of the controls in 2D. No matter what the perspective. Second, use mere square button taps when firing at small enemies. Hold the button down for larger enemies or use a secondary weapon. Einhander is an excellent game. This one should keep you going for a long, long, long time.
Einhander's pretty sick. Yeah, I'll say Einhander's pretty fucking sick. Don't disagree on that front. They're like, okay, tips. I mean, it's not really here's the thing. When they say tips for a video game, if it's just reading the instruction manual, I don't think that counts as tips. I think tips have to be a case of like something that's not immediately obvious. Yeah. Here's a tip from Mario Brothers. If you hold right, your little man goes to the right of the screen, and that's good.
As compared to January's re-release of Star Wars, not much has been added to George...
Oh, movie. Hold on, movie. Whoops. Whoops. I had lost track of order, and that was a full-on movie review. Hold on. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, good. We're back. Star Wars. Do not look at me. Yeah, tips are like, yeah, start with Chill Penguin, or else you don't get a dash and it's a huge pain in the nuts.
F-Zero X has the same problem if you play it alone.
I think F-Zero is, to me, maybe the just like Gran Turismo racing game that has like the best value single player.
Up to 4 players at a time can race each other in this Nintendo 64 game. The wide tracks make steering a little easier, a good thing considering the breakneck speed. Be careful not to ride the side of the tunnel. You'll end up flying off the track when the tunnel ends.
Oh shit, that's why that's happening. Oh, okay.
The hovercraft will cling to the track more, even when you're almost hanging upside down in midair. Laps go by far too quickly, but overall, F-Zero X is a decent game.
I think laps are like pretty good in F-Zero. I think most of them are usually between like 45 and like 2 minutes, like 45 seconds, 2 minutes, which is like about right. Oh, okay, that's all. That's all I have to say about F-Zero. See you later. George Woods would hate Baby Park. This guy would despise Baby Park. Oh shit, is this FIFA? Oh, this fucker hates sports, right?
Oh, let's go. Let's see what he says about football.
FIFA Soccer 64, EA Sports' first Nintendo 64 title, delivers real-time rendered players, improved artificial intelligence, AI, and enhanced sound technology. FIFA features, that sounds funny, FIFA features 20...
Does it? Citation needed? FIFA features?
real-time rendered players, improved artificial intelligence, AI.
Oh yeah, George Woods is a guy who says sports ball. He's specifically a guy that does go to the Super Bowl party and then still says sports ball and talks about how much he likes the commercials. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, man.
And enhanced sound technology. FIFA features, that sounds funny, FIFA features 22 real-time rendered players using motion blending technology. This allows for smooth transition between animation.
He's having a great time reading this marketing. I think he's gonna like this game purely because he likes reading the copy so much.
Without losing the twitch responsiveness in the gameplay. Professional soccer players were motion captured to create smooth, ultra-realistic player movement. In addition, enhanced AI evaluates the play in anticipation of human behavior, such as looking for holes or open players to pass to, or evaluating shot potential to determine goal.
Again, as literally any video game has to try and stop you from winning. That's if there's a guy who moves to do a thing, that's all you need.
Goal scoring opportunities. Players also grow fatigue throughout the various modes of play, which include tournament, playoff, and league. FIFA Soccer's AI is incredibly sophisticated and takes advantage of Nintendo 64's processing power, according to the producer.
Yeah, Ranamero, that's how I feel too. FIFA games didn't stand out for me until like the PS2 era. I want to say it was like the PS2 era where was when like even me who was pretty outside on like soccer in particular, I was like, yeah, no, this is like a good ass game. Played a bunch of the PS3 one, I want to say.
The players have a
Sam.
much better understanding of space and play the ball in front of other players. As the game player progresses through the schedule, the computer opponent gets tougher and tougher. The strategy and formation
as most difficulty progressions work in video games,
settings have an even more dramatic effect than before, allowing the user to have greater control over the outcome of the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it would be like about 2009, 2010 was when I remember like having a good time with them.
FIFA takes advantage of the analog controller, allowing the game player to move his or her players more like athletes do in a real game, in any direction, not just
I love how impossible to see
up
this
and
is.
down, left or right. The title also exploits N64's 3D graphics capabilities, delivering auto replay, picture-in-picture, radar, and 8 different camera angles, bringing the action even closer to the game player. FIFA presents die-hard fans with a complete international soccer experience, such as
Oh god, the rotating mini maps. Oh my god.
and songs and Dolby surround sound.
Holy shit, that's insane. Read this turntable.
Play-by-play technology
Get fucking rotated, idiot.
English commentary done by British soccer personalities Des Lynam, John Motson, and Andy Gray, who call the action for 5 international leagues, including USA, England, Italy, France, and Germany. Despite all of FIFA's bells and whistles, casual players will find the game way too difficult. Even on a novice-friendly match, your opponent's AI is so advanced that only rarely can a goal be scored.
Yeah. This is like classics of Americans trying to play soccer games is like a lot of them, if you just have a single guy run the ball down the middle and kick at the goal, that doesn't work at like real high level soccer, right? Like generally goalies are good enough that doesn't really slide. And that's the end of the strategy they have to come up with, because that does work in basketball.
Moving the ball, period, is a plus. According to the instruction booklet, the control pad and the control stick serve the same function.
Main rival to
move
this
the
game was
player.
International
We played this game over and over
Superstar
again.
Soccer
The control
64.
stick didn't
Yeah.
move anything but menu highlights.
And then it was
Only
what,
the
like
control pad worked.
Perfect 11, I think, or something like that.
With so many moves, combined with extremely delayed controller response and odd organization.
Also, yeah, basketball had winning 11, Inazuma 11 or winning 11. Yeah, that's what it is. Basketball notably has a penalty for goaltending. Yeah, you can't just like get in the way of the shot, which it's encouraged in soccer.
Button uses, FIFA Soccer is a dinosaur of a game, and we mean that in a bad way. The game may be great for sportsaholics, but even they will have serious problems with the play control.
So he just read ad copy for 2 minutes and then went, it sucks. It sucks ass. All right, here's my whole review. Fuck this game. Oh, okay. Oh, hell yeah. I want to hear what this dude thinks about this. And then we get to the good shit, where apparently I get to, oh, right. This is what he did there. Oh. Do we only have the rebuttal, though? We'll find out together.
Final Fantasy Tactics is the kind of game that requires a major commitment.
Fair.
The game is long and involved, and strategy fans should not hesitate to buy this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The rest of us may not be so excited. While Final Fantasy Tactics can certainly be admired for its depth, take a look at this partial list of reading material in the tutorial. It doesn't take long to realize that this game is incredibly slow.
So I think the big thing with Final Fantasy Tactics is the tutorial isn't great. Like, they shouldn't just slam you in the head with all of it, but you don't have to read it all up front. It's one of those things of like, you don't have to read it all up front, man. What's different about it from Fire Emblem? It's just like a lot more abilities, smaller scale battles in general. Like, Tactics is usually played out across like a corner with 2 buildings or so. And then there's also like a lot of verticality. Yeah, much smaller verticality, smaller maps in general. A lot more focus on like doing a lot with classes and like cross-classing and taking abilities from one class, putting them in another, building that kind of combo play stuff.
The battles take forever, and half the time...
I will say there are a couple battles in this game that suck ass, but I don't think George got to them. And almost everything can be solved by just having Ramza yell until he's faster than God.
And you're just watching the others move.
Yeah,
This
facing
game is so
matters. Characters
detailed
get multiple
that
turns
even
on
your birthday
speed.
and height on the playing
Yeah,
field.
it leans a lot more into the RPG number crunchy side than like early Fire Emblem at least did.
Can have an effect on the battle. The amount of stuff to learn
casting
and read
time
is
matters.
exhausting. 90% of the dialogue is unnecessary, but some of the plot
90% of the dialogue is unnecessary.
Bro, I'm so fucking mad.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm
Bro,
okay.
I'm so fucking mad.
I'm gonna fucking lose it. Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics has an incredible story. It's a little drier than most other Final Fantasy games, but like, holy fuck. Yeah, just finished watching Hamlet. Pretty good. 90% of the dialogue, though, pfft, take it or leave it. Waiting for Godot. Yeah, you know what? It's good they cut the Godot guy out because there was already too much shit going on.
Are fun and interesting. Final Fantasy veterans like ourselves will recognize certain types of magic and characters, but the list has grown longer with squires, chemists, archers, monks, and several others.
It's sick. The class system in this game is really good. I don't know if it's like, you know, perfectly balanced or whatever. It's got kind of old game breakability, but it's really fun to fuck with. It's really fun to mess with. It's a really good time to just like, you can find late game ones too, like Calculator, that are just like, hell yeah, brother.
We have the same complaint with tactics as we did with Final Fantasy VII, the menu system. Some of the wackos who watch our show would consider this statement a sacrilege and evidence of ignorance, but many commands should not require menu navigation to execute. Other action, yes, but not simple movement and attack.
It's a tactics game. What do you mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? How else would you do it? It's a tactics game. It's like board games where you pick up your little guy and say, I want to move my little man over here. Sorry to bring this up. Don't think I like this guy. Yeah. He's like a comic movie guy and also has insane opinions pretty regularly. I think I was gonna say I think he might prefer a system like what was there was a Nipponichi localized game that was a circle movement. I think it was like Phantom Brave might have been the first one, and then after Phantom Brave there was like Makai Kingdom or something like that. Yeah. I think he might like that a little bit more. But yeah, you need menus to do stuff in a turn-based RPG tactics game. Yeah, man, you kind of need menus when you're doing it with Warhammer in person too, because you got to be like, I do this thing, and then you move your guy and say, I'm doing this thing.
Despite these flaws, Tactics is a well-made, challenging game with exquisite music and full motion video. Just don't expect the sheer amount of graphical splendor as in Final Fantasy VII. Bottom line, rent it first to test your patience capacity.
George doesn't understand the concept of an art style, and that to me is really killer, because I think as soon as like Super Mario World came out and was like clearly a lot of fun despite not being hyper realistic graphics or whatever, but it's like they made Mario a little guy. I want to like give a pat on the head and be like, keep it up, brother. Keep doing your thing. And I think that's good, you know? Yeah, maybe renting Tactics would be a good idea if you don't know if you like, you know, tactics games. Is it this one? It might be. Sorry, I have to check real quick.
Square certainly had to make some sacrifices to make Final.
Did he make someone else read the review because he knew he was going to get shot?
Audiences, plural, exists.
Yeah, true. Thank you for the donation. Yeah. George Woods knew he was going to get shot for this.
John Forrest.
It's time for another guy to read it.
Square certainly had to make some sacrifices to make Final Fantasy VII a reality. With so much marketing money being pumped into the project, the pressure is on for Square, and more so for Sony, who is publishing Square's work. While this is clearly the best role-playing game ever made, it does not provide anything new in terms of game design.
The sicko need for novelty really pisses me off, I think, more than most things, is playing Final Fantasy VII, which does so many new things, man. It does so many new things. Like, not fully mechanically, but like the way environments were rendered, the type of storytelling that they do in it, the aesthetic being like a very you know, fantasy kind of like steampunky area, right? Like technological fantasy type stuff that really became indicative of the franchise, that there were like slight hints of in Final Fantasy VI, but then really came into their own in 7 and like were an understood archetype of Final Fantasy stories, right? Like Midgar. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's very like cyberpunk fantasy that were fused in a way that was really novel at the time. And yeah, it's really set the pace for a lot, for quite a while. Yeah, for quite a while. Yeah.
The pressure is on for Square, and more so for Sony, who is publishing Square's work. While this is clearly
Well, if somebody didn't finally look up the difference between a producer and a developer.
the best role-playing game ever made, it does not provide anything new in terms of game design. The way in which you go about accomplishing tasks has not changed. You still have to talk to countless villagers and countrymen to advance your quest. On top of that, the text is boring. So boring you may fall asleep.
The text is boring. You know what, fellas? Let's mosey. Fuck this.
We are such fans of the Final Fantasy series that it pains us to go on, but the flaws keep mounting.
Fucking A.
Control of your character, which is often too small on the screen, is downright awkward due to the frequent isometric angle of the environment.
Yeah, the game's a little goofy to navigate. That's like kind of a valid thing that I think was common in most pre-rendered games, but like it was kind of the price you had to pay for the artifice, you know?
The enemies take too long to defeat because the game has turn-based battles, a staple in role-playing games despite their unrealistic nature.
This bitch absolutely just picks attack 90% of the time, right?
Plus, the battles are peppered with fancy camera angles which are neat the first time around, but after that they only serve to lengthen an already slow battle. The music and sound, well, they blow chunks. And for all you parental types,
I'm sorry, let me hear that again.
the music and sound, well, they blow chunks.
What?
The music blows chunks. Those who fight further, those who fight further blows chunks. I just need to be clear on this. Those who fight further blows chunks compared to other games at the time. That was just didn't do it for you at all. Nothing. Nobu Uematsu's like great.
This blows chunks.
I'm throwing up right now.
Blows chunks. Nobu Uematsu, fraud.
Hearing these words is making me sick. I'm going to die. I didn't know I felt this way, but Nobu Uematsu in particular, like as a little dork who played a lot of progressive like rock and metal growing up and like was a big guitar kid, man, no, Nobu Uematsu like got it. Also understood that Deep Purple was fucking fire. Like
And for all you parental types out there, chill. There is nothing wrong with regurgitation analogies. A good example of the poor sound is this fire, the sound effect of which is no more advanced than the fires used in previous games.
that sound rules. Sorry, you're wrong. That rules. Oh, what's wrong, George? Oh, I don't like Donkey Kong Country 1 anymore, because when you hit an alligator with a barrel in real life, they don't go, oh. So I think it
Perhaps most of these
sucks.
complaints are minor, but we expected more from this game. On the plus side, the game is still worth purchasing because it lasts long and
Control D, gameplay C, all the rest. Hey!
Including music, which, as we know,
Blows chunks. Oh man. Between this and the bad game wheel, I'm like so excited to get back to the good video games. After we do Supermarket Sweep, I'll just tell you, chat, I'm going to go offline, eat some food, and then I'm going to play Elden Ring Night Reign and play the new super bosses they added. And I'm so fucking hyped to play a good game with my friends. I can't wait to hang out with like Vicus and whoever else is there and just have a cool time, do some wilder shit. Man, hearing a guy bitch about the best video game, like the best video, make no mistake, it's like the best video games he's doing this to.
Heck,
It's
Final
like
Fantasy. The price tag is only
agonizing to
$50
hear
for
as
this
somebody
week.
who doesn't know things. Oh, I already did Fulgor.
good.
Yeah, Fulgor was already in the game. We got to do the new fellas.
Making Final Fantasy VII the largest PlayStation game ever.
They finally dropped some new guys yesterday.
Over the course of the next few months, we will keep you posted on the plot developments in the
I
game.
will probably be taking
So-
this one offline for Tie Tuesday so that I can relax and not be in streamer mode. I'll probably stream some more Night Rain down the line. I really enjoy that game, and especially when I'm playing with, like, you know, Doc, Teddy, Archimp, Newbie, Vicus, like the Mini Matt, my friend Burst Burglar, like anyone. It's a really good time. That game's really
So far,
fun.
our heroes created an energy crisis for the bad
Yeah,
guys
look at
by
the
blowing
resub.
up one of their reactors, a la Star Wars. This has led to a fire in the city, where you meet a flower girl named Eris.
Ooh, I
To
didn't
escape
like
the bad
that.
guys,
A
you
la
jump on a
Star
train and head
Wars.
for another reactor.
Allah. Yeah, the way he says it is like, I don't think George knows who Allah is. I think he just like, I think this kid just fucked it up.
This time, your character takes quite a
It's
fall in all
got
the
the
action.
same like. It's got the same like sort of
You land in a
Dr.
church where
Kuma
you
from
re-encounter
fucking
Eris.
like
Yeah.
Half-Life VR.
That's all
Yeah.
I'll say today. Keep
Mini
watching
map.
Flights for more updates.
Racehorse.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry, don't worry your pretty little head. My ass absolutely had the rebuttal queued up next. Tie Tuesday. Oh, please load, baby. I need this one to load. This one's so important. There we go. Yeah. So if you didn't like George before, get ready to be sick of this dude. Wait, no, I don't think this is the rebuttal. I think this is just where he just put the death of Eris on camera. Yeah, that's right. This is the one where he just posts Eris' death entirety. He's just
Eris post?
It's
Oh my
just
God,
he
that
just
rules.
Eris posted on public television way fucking back in the day. He literally just does Eris. See, a lot of people are like, Eris dies, haha, that was a funny little spoiler time, and it's like, no, there were some people who like before it came out were like, check this out.
Hey, do you think that he noticed the gloves, no gloves mess up? Do you think that bugged him?
Maybe. He just tweeted it out. I worked 5 years breaking this story.
First up is Final Fantasy VII. We've gotten a lot of flack about our review for this game, so for the first time ever, we're going to respond to our enraged viewers.
Why does he look like the first draft of Mastermind?
I was gonna say, I think this guy I think George Woods does video game reviews by day, and at night he like puts on a Riddler suit and tries to sell me ways to like cheat on my taxes. Thank you for the resub, Super Dog Coin.
Just so you know, we didn't change a single word in that review. People disagree with our review in 3 areas. 1, our claim that there's nothing new in terms of game design.
Yeah, man, you were like super wrong. There's like a lot of stuff going on.
First of all, since we're talking about game design, that excludes the game's movie scenes, which are inherently and rightfully unplayable. Now, regarding the gameplay, Final Fantasy VII is no different from the series' last game in terms of execution. No one has refuted that.
No one?
You're refuting it live on video as you say this.
Like, I think his complaint can be summarized as, this is a video game where you walk around towns, talk to people, equip items, and then get into combat. And
So
that's
really, he just likes the one RPG is what I'm hearing, and he doesn't want any others, other than he wants more of the same.
No, he has like a sickness when it comes to needing novelty. It's beyond the normal like human desire for novelty, and it's reached like an addict level of requirement for novelty. Because I remember he said, like, Donkey Kong Country 1, like, if you don't play it, you're missing out on the greatest sexual liberation of your entire life. Yeah, like, he's like, if you don't play it, you're missing out on a fucking cum fiesta for your eyeballs. What are you doing? Like, and then Donkey Kong Country 2, he was like, it's more of the same. They didn't change anything. All they did was add in 20 other playable characters with a bunch of different mechanics, a bunch of unique levels, and like a super extremely long post game that's got like all the challenge I crave. Not new enough.
Instead, people have defended the status quo, saying that's what you do in RPGs.
Because that's what you do in RPGs. His complaint is that's what an RPG is.
If that's the case, if we shouldn't demand increasingly more involved gameplay, then we also shouldn't demand any new video game systems. Let's never ask for anything more than Pac-Man because, hey, that's all you do in video games.
George doesn't understand the idea that, like, if a game is another one in the same franchise, people generally want it to be the same genre. You might have heard about this thing called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which was like a flawed game, but like a pretty good time, an enjoyable little romp. People were so fucking mad because it wasn't the goddamn right genre. Oh my god, Silent Hill 2, he'd be so mad.
Trying to play Dark Souls in 2011.
Smoke weed every day.
If this was called New RPG 2000, he'd be flipping losing his mind. Yeah, basically, if it had more stuff.
Called New RPG 2000, George would flipping lose his mind about it.
Eat dots. Second, we were ripped apart for our comments on the game's unexciting plot.
Yeah, because you're kind of a shithead about this. Like, looking at the entirety of the plot setting, the story of... So what it is like, he wants games to have story, but he wants them to be straightforward, and he wants baby food, is what I'm trying to get to. Is he wants baby food, but he wants it dressed up for adults. He wants to have a jar of Gerber that says fancy food for big boys only. That's what he wants. Yeah, because remember too, this was like comic books times before they started really exploring the medium. Like, there was some of that in indie comics, but like, this guy wasn't reading indie comics. He was reading Superman, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, he wants stories about breast cancer, I guess. Yeah. Demands to know if it's a dream at the end of Inception. Yeah. Yeah, he wants warm cookies for big boys.
To further support that claim, let us say this. Number one, the movie scenes that advance the plot are separated with much too long periods of play.
What?
It's a video game. What do you mean? There's not enough cutscenes. Is George Woods the first video game reviewer in human history to say there's not enough cutscenes in this? Because that's
but also
fucking crazy to me.
Can he read?
This is up for debate. Maybe not.
2, the dialogue scenes are slow and boring. And 3, the plot has advanced more
I guess
through
we answered that.
They're slow and boring. Me watching every part of The Godfather where there's not a gun going off. Boo! Who gives a shit? Oh, some old Italian bitch? Whatever. Like, when are they gonna kill a guy at a toll booth?
Character's dialogue than his or her actions. Any screenplay writer will tell you that's bad.
I'm sorry, what's bad?
The dialogue scenes are slow and boring. And 3, the plot has advanced more through a character's dialogue than his or her actions. Any screenplay writer will tell you that's bad.
What? So like they like do stuff in all the time. There's a lot of stuff that happens in the game. There's a lot of things they do. They do things like running up an entire tower or fighting their way up an elevator. That's like an action. Sneaking across a building, trying to break into fucking Google HQ to kill the president. Like that's like a kind of it's a lot. There's stuff that happens. Sometimes they talk and they talk. Does he also not understand that Final Fantasy VII is like the length? If you wanted to do all of what Final Fantasy VII does as a movie, it would need to be like 25 movies. Like it's such a different medium. Comparing them is just stupid. It's just stupid. Like one of them is a beginning to end experience in a long film, 3 hours. One of them is a beginning to end experience for like a long game of like 880. Like they're just not the fucking same. They're just not the same.
Especially
And if they were the same and a video game was 3 hours long, you'd bitch it's too
for a
short.
visual medium. Lastly, RPG fans defended the mathematical take-your-turn-to-fight battle style in the game, rather than a free-for-all slugfest. Okay, we'll cave in on this one. Although this method slows down the game, we can learn to live with it, and even like it to some extent.
George Woods would hate Magic the Gathering. That's a thing I'm realizing right now. This guy would despise Magic the Gathering.
Still, Final Fantasy VII is far from the near masterpiece that game critics and fans have been calling it.
I love how many points of his rebuttal are just, no, no, we don't, no, I don't think so. No, I disagree. No. And then, yeah, he just has the entire Eris death scene. All that, yep. You know what? I want to hear his take on Final Fantasy VIII, because if he hates 7 but loves 8, that's crazy. I hope that's the case.
Wait for him to be like the rare person who was early in. Hey, hot take here. Final Fantasy VIII, it was fine.
It's like all right, yeah.
It's like fine.
7 kind of blows its ass off, and there's a lot of goofy shit in 8 that if it kind of comes down to, are you willing to roll with it? Which, if you were coming off of 7 as your only Final Fantasy, was not like a great assumption for the writers to make.
That's what killed 8 in the States.
Yeah, that's what I think really what it was. People forget that it's not just that 7 was like better than 8. It's that 7 was so many people's first Final Fantasy. They expected Final Fantasy to be like a cyberpunk fantasy kind of thing. And like Final Fantasy VIII has some elements of that, right? Like there's like the Balam Gardens, the flying big airships and shit. There's a bunch of crazy monsters. There's Omega. There's like behemoths and stuff. There's a lot of that going on. And then on the other hand, if you were coming straight from Final Fantasy VII and you went to Final Fantasy VIII, which is like very much more a smaller scale love story that kind of pops into a big world-threatening balloon at the end, which is kind of how a lot of Final Fantasy games go, right? Like that's more common in that. Yeah. Yeah, 8 had a lot of really bad decisions on the mechanical front that most people wouldn't run into, but like you could run into.
Oh, wait. What you want to bet George Wood fucking hates it? Because he's the type of person who power levels.
Because he's a little grinder. Yeah, because he doesn't even realize there's another way.
I bet he's gonna love how hard it is.
Yeah, that's how I would put it. 8 had like a few too many new mechanics working together in a way that was pretty counterintuitive, and most players weren't able to grasp and work with all of them. Which is like fine, because in Final Fantasy VIII, if you actually understand and use every mechanic at the same time, you can fucking break this game beginning to end and just waltz through it. Watching Voice of Dog play through this game, 8 years ago now, like something like that, back on Hitbox.tv, vibing with my boy Voice the Dog. The things you can do are hysterical in this game. You can just absolutely break it over your knee. And yeah, I would agree. Most Final Fantasies, there is one mechanic that if you find and lock on to, you can just roll over the entire game with it. I think the one thing about 8 is it is like very core to the story and very integral. So most people engage with Guardian Forces very aggressively because it's so core to everything. That's how you discovered me? Holy shit. Thanks for being around that long. Hell yeah, dude. Wait, I did pick the Final Fantasy 8 and not just a trailer, right? Okay, word. I was like, I think we're gonna get there.
Oh, maybe he likes it because of the movie scenes.
There's a lot of movie scenes. Yeah, the main big move taking too long is a pretty common thing in games. Oh, yeah, he's showing the mocap. He's like, this is movies. I'm gonna bust. Like, this is movies to me. Was movie scenes a thing or just George? Just George. People called them
George.
People called them cutscenes. Like pretty early, they were understood as
I'm going to
cutscenes.
start out by taking you through this first part of the game step by step.
Fuck yeah! Time to walk through FF8, baby. This is great because we'll be able to see if he fucks up at FF8 in like a major way.
You begin with Squall, an antisocial garden military trainee who is yet to meet the love of his life. First off,
And then he meets the love of his life, Cypher, who calls him a chicken wuss, and then they
this
kiss.
storyline is truly to reach epic levels. Then I hope one of the lovers dies. From Shakespeare to
Wait, whoa, hold on, whoa, George, what? Are you immediately being like, this needs to be Shakespeare or else it's for babies?
military trainee who is yet to meet the love of his life. First off, if this storyline is truly to reach epic levels, then I hope one of the lovers dies.
Like, wild.
From Shakespeare to the English Patient to Titanic, death has proven to be the most effective instrument of high romantic drama.
We need to fridge more characters. Surely this won't spiral into an untenable period of every show feeling the need to randomly kill off half the cast as a shocking twist. Surely this won't spiral out of control and cause like a serious rattle-on effects that is really annoying in media. Give Cypher breast cancer. That's right. Finally, for adults.
As you can see, the full motion video is impressive, but sometimes the characters feel dead inside. They're too mechanical.
I mean, yeah.
Renoa's eyes aren't lively enough, and Squall's face shows no character.
No, the weird audio was George. That was George doing it. Also, like, that was like Squall up front, right? That was his thing. He didn't do a lot
He's
of emoting.
over-idealized, and the emptiness he feels inside isn't quite captured in his eyes and facial expressions.
Yeah, man.
It's not empty enough, but it's too empty. How is it not empty enough, but too empty at the same time? I'm going nuts.
Perhaps that will change. If you think Squall looks young, check out Zell, the ultimate geekazoid. Look how
Sorry, calling Zell a geekazoid is very
he
good.
smiles right into the camera. Can you get any cheesier than that?
I love this fresh making bitch.
Oh well, when you're in class, go into the tutorial in the study panel on your desk. Here you can
Can you do a
download your
backflip,
first two
George?
Guardian Forces.
Yeah, Geekazoid is a thing Cypher would call Zell. Yeah. You chicken wuss. You Geekazoid.
Yes. A guardian force is a powerful mythical creature or spirit which casts and defends against certain types of magic. Shiva's elemental magic is ice, so she's effective against fire enemies.
I think that's right for 8.
Yep.
Once you download the GFs, leave the classroom.
I love to download the GFs.
When you run into Selfie,
I'm always doing
tell her
this.
You don't have the time to give her a tour, and then head in the direction from which she came. Notice the guy on the right. He'll give you 7 magic cards for later use.
Hell yeah.
Take the cards and go down the elevator. On the next
Magic
floor,
cards.
keep
Love
walking out.
those.
He would hate magic so much.
Until you find your teacher. Talk to her and then leave the irritating music of Balam Garden.
It would be, God, he hates the music in Final Fantasy. What the fuck? I don't remember that. That's crazy. Like, of all the things to not like about Final Fantasy, the music is like crazy to me. Because there's a bunch of stuff that you could not like. Like maybe you're just not into fantasy aesthetics. You're not into cyberpunk aesthetics. You're not into like longer,
Maybe he
slower
hates
stories.
anything that smells like Prague.
Maybe, I don't know, man, but like just any, like the music of Final Fantasy is so good. It's always been weirdly good. Like it was good before people accepted video game music could be good. Like it was ahead of the curve. It was like Tim Fallon, Final Fantasy, just really out there blazing a trail. Crazy thing to hate. Unless you just hate all of music, but I don't think that's the case.
Welcome to the Overworld, home of dated PlayStation graphics. If you look at the ocean and face left, you'll spot a cave behind a small...
Is he mad that the Overworld looks like this and not like you run full scale in it? Oh my God. This is the guy who was like popping off. When was it Morrowind, I think, that had like a thing you could use to ride between towns, and if you didn't and actually just physically walk there, it would take actual hours. Also dated Final Fantasy VIII, it kind of looked like the best RPG at the time. It was not old, like this was not old tech.
Yeah, like some computer games, I guess, would have beat it,
if
but
you beat
like
him, you can equip him as a GF.
Yeah.
You will quickly learn the only way to cast non-GF magic spells is to draw the spells from your enemies while in battle. Personally, I like this system a lot.
I was literally about to say I don't love the draw system. I feel like it adds a step to like everything and makes things take a really long time.
It adds tedium, yeah.
Yeah, like there's some cute stuff you can do with it, but you could do the same cute stuff by just like having equipment that's really hard to find that teaches you an ability earlier than normally you would get it, which is what most Final Fantasy games do, to be clear.
Side note, Classic FM, the national
UK classical music station.
Love playing Uematsu's music regularly for how much they enjoy the series compositions.
That beats ass. Thank you for that fact that a UK classical station just plays Final Fantasy music because it's so good. I just love the composition.
It gives weaker characters something productive to do while you wait for the impending doom of your character's GF. Sometimes only one GF will be effective on a larger enemy. In Final Fantasy VIII, once you draw a magic spell, you can either store it or cast it. Therefore, enemies with...
Yeah, I think that's like a really good point. Shadow Shinji is like, you can get around draw by item refine fairly quickly, but like, I don't think it's, oh, you're good. I think the refine, like the idea that you're saying like here's a way you can get around it isn't like a great sign for the mechanic, right? Like if the first thing you're trying to figure out with a mechanic is how to stop doing it, that's like not amazing usually.
Can actually help you heal yourself. The junction system is confusing at first, but you should get the hang of it in about 30 minutes. The menu system could be much more organized. especially the submenus, which
Junction
are opened
is
by
just
pressing X while
fancy,
on another
weird accessory slots that let you equip almost anything.
screen. If you don't read the mandatory in-game tutorials, you'll never know they exist. For every
Oh. Yeah, huh, look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, y'all notice George's stats here? 255 strength, 255 vitality,
Yep.
255 thunder, 255 spirit, 255 speed.
Wonder how that happened.
Huh. Certainly
Trainer?
wasn't
No,
a Game
I
Shark.
doubt it.
Huh?
It might be Game Shark.
It's Game
but
Shark.
Man,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay, fair.
no. Because, yeah, those existed for the time, and game review places would absolutely have one around just to make sure they could get to the later parts of the game to, like, do a proper review of everything. And, yeah, he's been doing Game Shark Game Genies since the SNES days. Yeah. Which, yeah, means he runs into a challenge until it's the wrong amount of challenge for him, and then he does the Game Shark and complains the game's too easy. This has happened. Quetzalcoatl level 73. Fuck
Pro,
yeah.
however. One con is that the status screen does not show which GFs are equipped. One pro is that item and magic inventory lists are now composed of pages. No more endlessly scrolling item lists.
Do you think, oh my god, is that part of why he thinks everything takes so fucking long? Is because he leveled up a character to 73 in Final Fantasy VIII, the game where if you overlevel, enemy stats spiral out of fucking control due to scaling?
100%.
Oh my god. So he, like, turned the game up to 1 million, gave himself max stats, and then was like, geez, the other characters don't do anything. Oh, Squall was at the 100 cap. Very cool. So yeah, 100%. He made all of the stats balloon out of control by cheating, and then was like, this game sucks.
Critical analysis of this game, visit flightsoffantasy.com, where we discuss the pros and
Oh,
cons of the junction
badass. He
system,
turbo fucked
the
up the
pacing
difficulty because
problems
he
of the
didn't know
battle
about the
system left over
scaling
from
system.
Final Fantasy VII,
Let's
and some minor story
go.
quirks. Final Fantasy VIII is a must-buy. It's not perfect.
Well, no, here's the thing, Gex Slam. He doesn't know that he's running into the level scaling, and he's running into it because he explicitly cheated. Because he used the Game Shark to set his character to level 100 with maximum stats. So, like, it would be a valid criticism if he ran into it or, like, had run into it naturally. But yeah, just putting in a cheat code that makes the game suck and then complaining about the outside device making the game suck is a little shit, I think.
And as of yet, the story is more plot-driven than character-driven, but this game is perhaps the most engaging RPG of all time. The easy difficulty level allows you to freely enjoy the momentum of the story.
The easy difficulty level. Never mind, he cheated and it worked.
Above all else. While traditional RPG elements like armor and money are less apparent in this title, it's a nice change of pace without
Less apparent. Yeah, I wonder why you wouldn't think armor is, like, having a big effect. It could be anything. Why you're wondering why you can't tell when you equip different armor. It might be because you have all your stats at the maximum already.
And as of yet, the story is more plot-driven than character-driven, but this game is perhaps the most engaging.
Wait, plot-driven than character-driven about Final Fantasy VIII? Oh, there's no armor in 8. You're right. It just does junction instead. Okay, wait. Not... Isn't 8, like, all character-driven?
I mean, gut reaction, yeah, obviously.
It's like all about the characters. Yeah, it's like kind of a little bit of a teen drama by way of Final Fantasy. Like they're literally in cool kids school getting into a fight over cool kids school shit. And then there's a big plot later on that's like very plot focused. But yeah, I would say 8 is like maybe the most directly character driven Final Fantasy. It's like up there.
Of all time. The easy difficulty level allows you to freely enjoy the momentum of the story above all else.
Yeah.
While traditional RPG elements like armor and money are less
apparent
in this title, it's a nice change.
13 might beat it, but only because they really liked, 13 or whatever. They like lightning too much.
That doesn't mean we don't want to see them again.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, from what I understand, the YouTube latency is like quite a bit more aggressive than the Twitch. Yeah. Hey, glad you're watching it on your TV. That's part of why I started doing stuff on YouTube too. Was like, Twitch apps aren't always the best, Great. Yeah, 10 was another one that I remember vaguely parts of the setting, but they're really not nearly as key as like the interactions of the characters, like Yuna coming to the realizations of everything and Titus coming to all like the thing in 10. Yeah, I'm not like the biggest Final Fantasy VIII liker. I would say on average, I have no interest in replaying Final Fantasy VIII. That being said, it's still like pretty good, man. It's still pretty fucking good. Yeah. Oh, there's a gem at the end of this? Oh, is there a bonus? Hold on. I didn't notice. Was there? Yeah. 545. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So we'll be there, yeah.
Look for continued coverage of this game soon. Oh, by the way, if Square doesn't add voiceovers to Final Fantasy IX, I'm committing suicide.
Right, I forgot he said that. Yeah, I totally forgot he said that shit. That's my bad. Yeah, I forgot he says that shit, which is like crazy as hell. I forgot he would just say shit like that. Honestly, hell yeah, brother. You know what? A lot of people aren't willing to like say shit in that way. Yeah, crazy, man. I forgot about that.
Look for continued coverage of this game soon. Oh, by the way, if Square doesn't add voiceovers to Final Fantasy IX, I'm committing suicide. I hate text.
Tina, I think he can't read theory is like picking up steam. I think we're finding more evidence for.
I'm not less convinced of it.
Yeah, that's for sure. I hate text. I fucking hate text. It makes me sick.
Text killed my grandma.
That's right. So this is a review of I think the Gex game that Sebmol hates the most. And one that I would definitely say is in contention for the worst Gex game. I just hate Gex 64 a lot.
Welcome back. Gex Enter the Gecko is slightly more ambitious than Rugrats, but the Game Boy format requires 2D gameplay that doesn't suit the series. The tail bouncing
Wasn't the first Gex 2D? Am I stupid?
control has the same problem as Rugrats. You have to press B before landing before every single tail bounce. Other games have been able to pull this off successfully. The Gex and Rugrats don't leave a large enough margin in which to hit the button before landing.
Wait. His problem was...
Gex Enter the Gecko is slightly more ambitious than Rugrats.
I'm sorry, how long is this window? Let me get another hit of that jump. I gotta know. Okay.
Welcome back. Gex Enter the Gecko is...
Jesus Christ, that's like 40 frames. What do you mean it's not a big enough window? Holy shit.
Slightly more ambitious than Rugrats, but the Game Boy format requires 2D gameplay that doesn't suit the series. The tail bouncing control has the same problem as Rugrats. You have to press B before landing before every single tail bounce. Other games have been able to pull this off successfully, but Gex and Rugrats don't leave a large enough margin in which they hit the button before.
All right. Well, it's time to continue our journey through. George Woods gives his opinion on Gex. Premarital Gex from this dude. Why is he playing any RPG if that's the case? That's what's so confusing to me, is that he loved Chrono Trigger and every other RPG has been trash.
Note to self, don't drink tap water at Jerry Garcia's.
Gex, Enter the Gecko, is Gex's second Gex game. That will get
It's a Gex game. It's a lot like a Bart game.
Gex-cited. Okay, enough Gexes, except for this one. Gex has personality plus. His wisecracks and random comments are amusing, even if the gameplay itself does not reflect this jocular style. To put it simply, Gex has very nice 3D graphics, both technically and artistically. Sucky control of movement, and tough challenge. Is the game worth buying? Well, yeah, well, maybe.
Great review, man. News I can use. Is it worth buying? I don't know. Maybe, kinda, yeah. No, probably not. Maybe. Could be.
This is a tricky one. The superficial qualities are, well, super. The opening cinema scene is gorgeous as expected.
Sorry, seeing Gex on screen and someone says
off.
Gorgeous,
The
like...
graphics are good. The characters...
Is it really Gex farting?
This is a tricky one. The superficial qualities are, well, super. The opening cinema scene is gorgeous as expected. The graphics are good. The character is cool. But this game is just another 3D romp that wishes it could be Mario 64. It's a good game, one you should check out, but not stellar. The game's biggest fault is the camera, arguably the worst camera ever in a video game.
Not the worst camera ever in a video game, not even close, not even in the top 100. That being said, it does suck. It is a bad
Even
camera.
with 3 different camera settings, you'll always have a problem with game view. Control gets...
The character's cool. That's a good point. Gex is, you know, submissive and crushable, has a lot of funny lines.
It's a D. Difficulty gets an A, and design gets a B. Now let's hear some...
I agree, difficulty A, as in this game's a fucking pain in the ass. As someone who's beaten it multiple times on stream, I hate playing this game.
Gex's goofball, off-the-wall sound bites.
Memo to Gilligan, try building a raft. The princess is here on the detention level. Out of the way, Roseanne!
Do I like this? George, do I like this? I'm unclear on if I'm supposed to like this or not.
I think George, that this is the exact sort of humor that is that laser targeted at George.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Hey, monkey. Wow, that's real scary, guys. A floating toilet. Welcome to this week's episode of Touched by an Uncle. Why, did you flunk out of nasty camp?
Did you flunk out of nasty camp? Premarital Gex is the only funny one. And they don't say that in Gex. They should have, though. They would have redeemed it if at any point he said, I can't wait to have some premarital Gex.
The PlayStation fares much better. The graphics are excellent. Like Crash Bandicoot 2, the snow level is where the game really shines.
This is a new take I didn't know existed, is the ice levels. That's where this platformer really bangs.
Reflections in the ice, beautiful color texturing, and near zero polygon loss result in a shimmering graphical experience. Okay.
Sorry,
So
I blacked out for a moment. What was he talking about?
The ice level, about the snow and the ice level and how it looks amazing. What he doesn't realize is they're just drawing the model again underneath it and putting like a little bit of a transparency thing in the way. It's like how Silent Hill just makes an entire copy of the room that you look into.
Okay, maybe we're going a little overboard, but who cares? Of course, camera and control problems still prevail. The camera starts to move when you need it locked down, like when you're lining up a jump. This problem is more prevalent when Gex is standing near a wall. The imperfect control requires you to jump unreasonably early when crossing an abyss. First Rugrats, then Gex, now Gex 3? The developers should pay attention.
Why is he so hard on Rugrats?
The majority of platform games
I think he
out
doesn't
there,
like
which
any
allow you to
control
wait
scheme
until
which
the very last
requires
inch of ground before
like actively engaging with it.
Anything
Same
more than
reason he
one
doesn't
button.
like fight games.
True. No, he's talking about specifically the mechanic of needing to press a button. Also, god damn it, it does say premarital Gex. But Gex doesn't say it. It's just on a wall. That's no good. That's no good.
Ty,
to
you
me.
said if they made the joke.
If he said the joke, sorry, I should be more clear. If he said it,
Gex 3 is redeemed. Ty Tuesday 2025.
is the army level.
it's like the perfect game, actually. Yeah, I want to fuck Gex.
something funny
That's
about
right.
it,
You
which
got
is
it.
intense.
That's
Many
that's what this
however,
is.
feel derivative of other games.
Yeah, I need to hear Dana Gould say
Or the
it.
Gex series itself. Gex needs to focus on more specific parodies in its levels to retain its originality.
It needs to focus on specific parodies to maintain its originality.
Yeah, man.
They need to do more things that are references to other things to maintain their originality.
You know, I bet George loves movies.
Oh, yeah. He loves Epic Movie. He loves Scary Movie 4.
I'd rather see a Twin Peaks parody than just a parody of the horror genre.
Oh. He's an idiot. My bad. I forgot. He's an idiot. If they do like an entire genre, like a pastiche, he doesn't like that. He wants it to be just steal from one specific thing.
He has to recognize it specifically, so it makes him feel smart.
Yeah, if I can't point at it and clap like a trained seal, it's no good for me. I need it to be, could we get it in a spoon? Remember when I said earlier he wants everything to be Gerber baby food, but like sold to him as Gerber baby food for men? Like that's...
Just imagine the red curtains, zigzag floors, backward talking dwarves, stiff coffee, endlessly repeating halls and rooms. If we could experience all this in a video game, I'd die and go to heaven.
He just wants it to be like... To be fair, you have to have a pretty high IQ to recognize a reference to Pickle Rick.
Gex 3 Cover Gecko is a good game.
Funniest reference I ever seen.
Some original ideas.
Damn, man. Oh. Is this more Gex?
Gex 64 is incredibly close to the PlayStation version released earlier this year, and for the first time ever, we were shocked, literally shocked, at how amazing the PlayStation graphics were compared to this new Nintendo 64 version.
Yeah, Gex 64 fucking sucks. It's worse than the other one, like in every way. I would say in every way, the Gex 64 is worse. Like looks better, is missing sound, controls worse, cameras worse. The control system is like somehow even worse. Yeah, it's a really, really bad port of a really bad game.
This
like
proves
I
the
don't
PlayStation-
love the PlayStation version, but holy shit, is the 64 one worse. They also, does he quip more? No, he quips the same amount, but with less total voice lines because the N64 cart did not store audio effectively. So yeah, more annoying. The N64 version is also missing levels, but then has the worst exclusive level in it instead. It's got a terrible underwater Titanic level.
Is far.
Oh, huh, weird.
The PlayStation.
That's fascinating that Gex has 96 lives. Wonder how he got all those.
Is far from dead. The bad news is that the camera is just as bad for the N64 as it is for the PlayStation. Gex's slippery wisecracks also seem to pale in comparison to the other version. Maybe we're just desensitized by now. Gex is hard to control, making the already tough challenge a little bit harder. Too bad we can't find that secret Titanic level.
They can't find it? Dude, it's just in the overworld. It's just like another TV you walk up to. It's not like super hidden or anything. You just that would be like being, it would be the equivalent to playing Mario 64 and being like, couldn't find this hidden lethal lava land, man. I don't know. There was a spooky painting of a fire ghost, but I didn't want to touch that. That seemed dangerous. And I love the beautiful, perfect Super Mario, and I don't wish to cause him harm. So I think I won't go in that painting. Couldn't find Bob on Battlefield. Yeah. Couldn't find it. It's impossible. Yeah, Shifting Sandland was the first one I thought of, and I was like, that's like too understandable. No, he wouldn't find lethal lava. Oh, is this GoldenEye?
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Oh, this guy jacks off to James Bond for sure. He's never read the books.
GoldenEye is basically a first-person shooter game, the genre popularized by Doom. Nintendo has emphasized that GoldenEye is not just another Doom clone. This may be true, but GoldenEye hardly redefines the genre. The graphics are excellent, except for the blocky human figures. The surface textures are beautiful, and you can see far into the distance. You can see even further with a sniper rifle, which lets you zoom in on the horizon to...
A lot of level 1. Noticing a lot of level 1. Also, yeah, has forgotten that Nintendo and Rare are two different companies. Happens a lot. Yeah. Yeah, said GoldenEye didn't add anything to the genre. Is basically just Doom. This is basically just Doom. It's the same as Doom. It's the same as Doom. Indigo, I don't understand what you're talking about. This is the same as Doom. I'm sorry, we usually see eye to eye on so much stuff, but this is literally just Doom.
Aim at unsuspecting guards. The zoom feature on this gun can be awkward though, especially when you're aiming at an alarm button which you want to destroy. There's an easy solution to this problem. Don't use the sniper rifle for aiming at objects. GoldenEye 007
Yeah, whatever, man.
has 20 stages in all, 18 on the low difficulty level, and 1 extra stage for each of the higher 2 difficulty levels. Regardless of the difficulty, the game is automatically saved after you beat any stage. Without this feature, beating the game would be impossible.
It'd be harder, for sure. There'd be some levels that would be really fucking annoying if you had to do the entire game in one run. What do you mean? There are checkpoints. Like, yeah, man, it's like a pretty long game.
In fact, beating the game is impossible on the higher difficulty levels. Do your
Yeah?
This man went on to public television and his ass said, it's impossible. Literally said the fucking Smite joke of like missing a jump because he didn't hold that B button long enough and going, it's impossible. It cannot be done.
After you beat any stage. Without this feature, beating the game would be impossible. In fact, beating the game is impossible on the higher difficulty levels.
I beat this game on Double O Agent when I was like 7, man. Come on. Come
Do
on.
yourself a favor. Don't even try them.
Me and my boy Doug Fortner chilling, playing through GoldenEye 007 when it released. This is impossible.
You still get an ending with low
Trust me, don't
difficulty,
even try.
but as far as we know, the ending does not change along with the difficulty. The ending is
There's a level that shows up that you can only play on the highest difficulty. I don't
That can't be true. The highest difficulty is impossible.
That's true. It is impossible. Hold on one sec. Oh, okay. Just the delivery. No worries.
pretty stupid. It reflects the lack of emphasis on cinematic sequences in.
Oh, 2 levels. Yeah, one of them you need to hit the second highest, but one you have to play the impossible level that can't be beat. So, like, I don't even understand why they put a level, frankly.
The game. There are very few cinematic sequences, and even those scenes constitute only the camera swooping around the landscape of a new level. In the ending, Bond escapes in a helicopter, and then we see him kissing Natalia in the jungle.
Yeah, it's a video game of a movie, so they just, like, do the parts where James Bond does shit, and then, like, assume you've seen the movie.
He goes, "Ooh, James," and the credits roll. Whoop-de-doo. Although there's not much plot development in the cinema scenes, the actual gameplay, what you do in the game, keeps the story going on its own.
Oh, right. George doesn't believe the video game part can have story. It has to be in the cinema scenes.
Moving over to play control, you can adjust the commands assigned to each button on your controller without any trouble. You will surely want to change from the default controls to make the game handle more like Turok.
Cool, yeah.
That's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's complaining that the character's actions move the story forward instead of cinema scenes, which is like what he literally said he wanted from another one. Sorry, seeing someone be like, I needed to reset my controls to make it more like Turok is like funny as fuck. The thing is, so they aren't better controls. They're different. For the most part, I assume what he's talking about, because it was pretty popular, was having the C buttons be like WASD and the joystick just to like turn, which is like on paper you have more control, but also the game wasn't designed around it. Also, you're using C buttons to do your directional movement, which if you remember people talking about how mad they were that you'd use like the buttons on the Joy-Con that were like individual buttons to do shit. That, but like way worse, because the C buttons are they're not good.
Without any trouble. You will surely want to change from the default controls to make the game handle more like Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. The control is not flawless, no matter what the setting. If you're looking down while walking over a gun, you won't pick it up. If you're looking ahead while walking over it, you will. Now that.
Oh, he doesn't understand that his feet are not where his eyes are.
That's stupid. Moving the cross. If you're looking ahead while walking over it, you will. Now that's stupid. Moving the cross.
I just don't think that's
you
true.
To have to...
If you're looking ahead while walking over it, you will. Now that's stupid.
I swear you can pick stuff up.
I think that he had full ammo.
If you're looking ahead while walking over it, you will. Now that's stupid. Moving the
he just had full ammo for that gun. Or potentially he had infinite ammo. Who knows?
Stairs is also difficult.
That's probably what it is. He probably has infinite ammo turned on.
You can switch weapons safely by pressing start. Bond will look down at.
Yeah, I think he cheated in infinite ammo immediately and then didn't understand that he wasn't picking it up because he was full.
His watch, bringing up a menu system with everything you need to worry about. If you beat the game on the hardest mode, you will open up hidden levels for the 4-player mini-games, which we can't show you
that's
because
impossible.
we only have one controller. And frankly...
What? Hey, wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Reviewed GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64.
Uh-huh.
maybe one of the most nostalgically beloved games of all time for explicitly the split screen multiplayer. I remember going over to people's house that I had never met before just to play GoldenEye 64 multiplayer, because it was like the shit. It's what people cared about. Like the story mode is fine. It's like good enough. But the thing that people were playing for years in their college dorm room was Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye 64.
Slappers only.
Player mini games, which we can't show you because we only have one controller. And frankly, we don't care about the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
he says we to give it like this air of legitimacy.
Him.
There's only one person.
It's him. Yeah, it's him. He's also like #1 fighting game hater. The thing is, again, like I've been saying this whole time, he wants Gerber baby food for men. He wants to like have everything and be rewarded, but he wants there to be no pushback whatsoever, other than the exact amount he likes at the exact time he wants it. He is a little prince of gaming because he's coming from movies and comics.
No one buys a game specifically for multiplayer options. GoldenEye is an excellent
yeah, man.
Show you because we only have one controller. And frankly, we don't care about the multiplayer stuff. No one buys a game specifically for multiplayer options.
Man. People were always buying games for multiplayer options. They made a multi-tap for the Super Nintendo so you could play 4 people in Bomberman.
Everybody knows that the reason that you bought Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo was for the great story and the cinema scenes.
Yeah.
Not for multiplayer.
Yeah, Voice of Dog makes a great point. No one bought Pong for the multiplayer.
GoldenEye is an excellent game, even with its flaws.
Wasn't this the guy bitching that Bomberman Hero didn't have multiplayer? Yeah.
Experienced players will beat it quickly, though, so some of you might be better off renting it. Our last note regarding this game is about the bungee jumping scene. Look at this. It looks like he's jumping without a rope. To make matters worse, the camera is all screwed up. He jumps. He jumps again, from a different angle. What the heck is...
It's called an action movie. Are you stupid? Like, holy shit. You know what?
What the heck?
They show a guy jumping through a glass window, and then they show it again from a different angle. Fucking dumb. Do they not know that things only happen once? Doesn't he know that things happen once in linear time and then not again repeatedly? Are they fucking stupid? Oh my God, George. It's cinematography.
This some new
yeah, does this guy have a going back in time potion? Is it did they leave out the scene where after he jumps?
To make matters worse,
he goes,
the camera is all screwed up.
And then like rolls back up.
He jumps. He jumps again from a different angle. What the heck is...
Didn't the movie do this? I wouldn't be surprised. That's pretty common in like Bond films, is showing you a hot stunt multiple times because it's very expensive to make a hot stunt, so they review it. They do a lot.
This some new funky directing style or what?
I'm stoned. This is making me lose my mind. That's crazy. I'm sober and it's making me lose my mind. So
same.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of Bond.
Enough of Bond. I'm over it.
In GoldenEye, film number 17 of the James Bond action series.
Oh, wait, this is the one that's
just
a movie.
movies.
Yeah, hold on. He reviews the movie GoldenEye, which is crazy because then if you think he'd seen it, he would have understood that they, you know.
What the heck?
What the heck? Good point. I want to find one that's going to be a real good time here. Hold on. Oh, he's gonna hate the. Oh man, the remake of Killer Instinct, where they like made it a better game. He's gonna hate this shit. God, it's so good.
Yippee-ki-yay. Another...
Hey, what's good?
Not only did Bond get shown from 4 different angles when he did that jump, he also shot a batarang gun to attach himself to the wall. Anyway, see you later.
Sick, thanks, mate. Thanks, babe.
Comes across as just plain blah to us. The best part of the game is not even in the game. It's the handy cheat sheet that comes inside. No more keeping out the instruction booklet. As you can see, all the characters from Killer Instinct 2 for the arcade are here in this home version.
Sorry, they've still got the instinct going on. I can't hear. I don't even hear what this stupid asshole's saying. I just hear the fucking instinct.
Each character has enough moves, combos, linkers, special attacks, finishers, and God knows what else.
It's crazy that like the character select theme for Killer Instinct Gold is like the same one they use for the modern Killer Instinct, and it's fucking fire.
To kill somebody.
Got it in one.
Literally.
Yeah, like truly got it in one. And then they were like, hey, Mick Gordon, do you want to like do this again? And he was like, yeah. And it's so good.
KI Gold is rated T for teens, and rightly so. Remember our report on video game violence? Too bad we didn't have some footage of this little baby. The 3D graphic
this little baby
realism of KI makes the violence that much more noticeable. Just look at how Tusk just whacks this person to death with his sword. Ouch. Isn't it interesting?
Ouch. Yeah, so depending on which variation of Killer Instinct this was, Killer Instinct's combo system is like structured very differently from other fighting games, which is good. It's like very unique. It's a cool system. It's very interactive. One of the core complaints that a lot of people have with fighting games, which is like, it's understandable to feel this way, is you don't do a lot when you're getting comboed by your opponent. This is largely untrue in most games, between tech options, reversal options, burst options, that kind of thing. But it's an understandable way to feel. So Killer Instinct is like, you'll open up a combo by doing a specific move that starts your combo, and then you press like light, medium, or heavy, and it'll give you like automatic links that follow up. And so it's a lot less about the execution of the combo and more about being somewhat unpredictable. Because if you just try to use the heavy buttons every time to, do the most damage, if your opponent's aware, they'll just press heavy and immediately break out of the combo, and you'll get fuck all for reward. So it's like this kind of interesting way to have the RPS continue after the first hit lands, and it allows Killer Instinct to have like very long combo structure and still be very like satisfying to play, in my opinion. I like the new KI.
Saying that even Nintendo, who once had.
And yeah, even modern KI, most of your openers are only like 1 or 2 of your special moves. It's just you can like land an attack and then immediately cancel into like Arbiter has like a big sword slash.
A policy really against this stuff, got lured into the street fighting genre because of the pot at the end of the bloodstream. We're not advocating censorship or even commenting on whether or not the game is wrong, but it just makes us wonder why people actually spend $80 to beat a bunch of sprites into the ground when they can do it for free on a real live human being. Okay, turn off the tisk-tisk mechanism in your brain.
Bro, talk about the game. Tell me what you think about Killer Instinct.
It was a joke, a bad one. Nintendo's press releases make KI Gold sound like a rev.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, if there's anything that I was joking yesterday that like a lot of video games don't say shit like Kilimanjaro when you kill a bunch of guys really fast, and I think that sucks. I think we need more games that say shit like Kilimanjaro when you kill a bunch of guys real fast. I want the game to be like ultra combo when I hit an ultra combo. I would love to know that.
Revolution in gameplay. Yet, as with sports games, the real revolution involves only the amount of options, which are added as you beat various difficulty levels. The press releases also talked about KI's 6 modes of play, although we count 7: arcade, team, team elimination, tournament practice, training, and focus training. The arcade mode is the only mode that will net you an ending. A mini ending first appears in the normal difficulty mode. A complete ending is available on hard, extra hard, or master.
Nice. So he absolutely cheated in Mortal Kombat because this game will fuck you up.
The extra hard mode
Yo,
is exactly
what's good, Wobbly?
that. Thank goodness for unlimited continues.
We're watching a little bit. We're watching a little bit more of George Wood's Gaming the Clinton Year reviews, and then after we're gonna be watching a little bit of Supermarket Sweep with a giveaway. So look forward to that in just a
How we
sec.
did it, but we beat the game on extra hard and got the ending for Spinal as well as access to the master level. We'll show you Spinal's ending in just a minute.
Great, thanks, man. I love when at least he gives us a heads up. It's not like where he's like, hey, did you like my review of Earthbound? Here's the ending of Final Fantasy VI.
KI seems to be a rush title for the N64. The camera isn't utilized very well, except for an opening zoom shot at the beginning of each battle. The gameplay isn't 3D. It's practically no fun at all.
God, he's so dumb when it comes to fighting games. It's crazy.
The control, although more balanced and loose, is still more of a matter of luck.
Hey, has he done Soul Calibur?
We can check in a sec. I'm sorry. The idea of controls are based more on luck is the most I have never practiced an input in my life shit. That's like people are like doing a DP is impossible, and I'm like, oh, how many hours have you tried for? Have you intentionally practiced doing a DP at any point? No, of course not. Oh, okay, word. Yeah, that's gonna make it fucking hard to do, man. Yeah, I've never touched a frying pan in my life, and weird. I tried to cook something and it just like didn't work out. Yeah, generally that's how that works. Yeah, I picked up a tennis racket and just kept hitting the ball out. Couldn't get a serve in. I think tennis is broken.
Favorite characters, Spinal and Tusk. Both fighters have long swords that can be used at long range, so you needn't risk your life by getting too close to your opponent.
Hell yeah, Timmy Normal's here.
Two other good characters are Saberwolf and Bjorkid, a very powerful lady whose spinning leg moves are fast.
Folks, we love a very powerful lady with fast spinning leg
Overwhelming
moves.
and powerful. Too bad the game isn't the same. Now check out the ending for Spinal.
All right, spoiler alert, here's the... I love how they made Gargos in the modern KI. They made him so good. He's such a bastard. He's such a little piece of shit, and fighting him is so annoying. He spends all of his resources in bar to stand back at full screen and summon little guys to harass you while he like puts his hand through portals to kind of like slap at you from full screen. Super annoying. And then if you get in close, he has an instinct that gives him super armor that then after having super armor gives him a burst. Agonizing to play against. When he was at release, crazy character. The instinct's so good. God, for the Super Nintendo, this shit is so ahead.
Yeah.
God, KI, the beautiful game. Having never heard it, this rips. Yeah. If you want a good time, look up the modern KI OST and just listen through it. TJ Combo's
listen to both back to back, because man, knowing what Mick Gordon worked with to start, like fucking amazing, and then just such a good fucking job.
Yeah. And then they have some stuff that's like got added later that's insanely good. The version of the theme they did for the Battletoads is like, God, it fucks. It's so good. It references so many bits of Battletoads music, but makes them so good for KI. Fuck.
Now for a stellar game, Klonoa. The full motion video
Oh shit, this dude loves Klonoa? I thought he was gonna hate
Video
Klonoa.
is the complete opposite of dumb, stupid, boring, crappy, pathetic, silly, hardly there, uninspired, flat, dull, and childish. Well, childish may apply, but in a good sense. Older players may not experience this small wonder because it looks cutesy, but Klonoa is a game that should not be missed by anyone. Let's pop up the ratings now.
Klonoa's just great, dude. This game's just fun to fucking play. Yeah, no, Klonoa's just great.
A B for control, A for game design, and a B for difficulty.
I do understand the this is one thing that is going to be pretty prevalent because George is like so affected by marketing and loves marketing so much. Is Klonoa had like kind of a cute little mascot guy, and there was a big push in American media and American advertising to be like, games are for men now. You can kill a guy. It's for men now.
The B is generous, by the way, but Klonoa is still outstanding. While not up to par with the opening and ending cinemas, the graphics are very good for the PlayStation, as no breakups ever occur.
Klonoa is like delightful to look at. It's a lot of simple shapes with like very pleasant textures that pop in a really good way. The 2.5D is done like so well, where there's like this constant feeling of, they decided to like have fun with it by having a lot of the spaces be like layered in an interesting way.
The graphics are technically great, if not fully realized artistically. Klonoa is a cute little dreamer who has big flappy ears, which can help him do a Yoshi-like flutter in midair. 12 stages over 6 worlds may seem short,
that, man.
But in this game, it seems long enough. You'll have time to digest the beautiful, colorful, polygon yet natural graphics as you flutter your way through landscapes, using your
polygon yet natural landscapes. It's not
like Wind Bullet to suck enemies into your hold so you can throw them at other enemies or use them as stepping stools. Also cool, Klonoa's bosses.
It's fun.
Each one is unique and fun.
It's good.
This game is a true standout, and those cinemas, they're destined for gold. Yum, yum, yum. We want more, Namco.
I'm sorry, can I get another read of that? Because that was crazy.
Bosses. Each one is unique and fun. This game is a true standout, and those cinemas, they're destined for gold.
How destined for gold are they, George?
Yum, yum, yum.
Hate that shit, man.
We want more, Namco. Klonoa gets a very high recommendation.
Yum 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 yum. Me when the review is tasty. Yum 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 yum. Oh shit, man. Okay, let's see. Did this guy touch Soul Calibur? Maybe. He touched Soul Blade, which is
good enough.
Is Soul Blade?
That had 3D, and I think it was 3D, wasn't it?
Well, I was trying to remember if it was Soul Edge was the one first, right? Soul Blade is a different game, right?
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't remember what Soul Blade is now. I thought that was like,
yeah.
Oh, Soul Blade is Soul Edge localized somewhere else. Okay, it's the same. Great.
Sweet.
One of those. One of those. It's like Yoshi's Topsy Turvy versus Yoshi's Universal Gravitation. Got it. The
I
American
don't recognize
name.
that first
The
one.
opening sequence of Namco's Soul Blade is breathtaking. So breathtaking, in fact, that we're going to show you the whole thing in just a minute.
Great, thanks, man. I love. What the fuck is a spoiler? Never heard of that shit.
Right now, let's run through the good and bad points of Soul Blade. First, the bad. The control's responsiveness seems arbitrary, at least to novice players. Even with the easiest difficulty setting, players will get frustrated when they try to perform rotational moves and come up short.
How much time did you spend practicing?
I fucking hate
doing a quarter
practicing.
circle?
I hate practice.
Yeah, hates practicing. It's so common. A thing you'll see a lot from new players who are going from playing like on a controller for like other games, and they just try and go straight to playing fighting games, is they'll try and do a Hadouken and they'll jump, and that's really common when you're starting out because most games don't really punish you for like accidentally pressing upright, like in particular platformers, right? Like a lot of them just don't give a shit. Like if you press right versus pressing upright, it's functionally identical in 99% of cases. So they've never had to deal with like that input needing to be clean before, and they just jump constantly and get mad.
The enemies in this game are absolutely brutal, making it hard to find time in the heat of battle to whip out a special move. The sword-swinging element of the game parallels Star Gladiator, but this game emphasizes the blade a lot more.
This guy has no idea. The concept of hit confirming, of hitting with a small move so that you can guarantee you get to do the big move, is foreign to this dude. Also, he likes Star Gladiator? That's fucking crazy.
Are by far the worst part of the game. The animation is awful. Look at the waving grass here. Give us a break. Also, it was very disappointing to see the endings done in polygons rather than CG rendered full motion video. Bummer. Soul Blade does have its pluses though. To add replay value.
God, has the opinion on anything shifted as much as on cutscenes? Because people fucking hate cutscenes
Namco
now.
has wisely
Like,
added a secondary
in
objective
general, I think most people agree the more, if there's like too many cutscenes, that's like a serious
in which
issue.
you must span the globe. Fighting
So you know
different
what's really
characters
funny
for their
about
swords,
this?
which you can then take
This
into
was
battle. It's like the
extremely
Mega Man-
countercultural at the time. People hated pre-rendered cutscenes back then because it proved that your game engine wasn't good.
I was gonna say, that's what I was remembering. I remembered people always like shitting on pre-rendered stuff and being like, this is them
If it was
fucking
pre-rendered,
lying
it's
to
bullshit.
you.
It's
fake. Yeah, this is them lying to you. Exactly. That's how it was. So I'm like so baffled by
That may be
this.
stretching it a bit, but it's not stretching it to say that Soul Blade is one of the year's highlights for fighting games. The control gets a C, gameplay gets a B, and challenge gets an A. Now, here's that ab-fab intro.
Absolutely fabulous. One sec. I need to check something real quick. This is for Ty. Can I play this faster? Yes, great. I need to check something real quick. See if you can figure out what I'm looking for.
So breathtaking, in fact, that we're going to show you the whole thing in just a minute. Right now, let's run through the good and bad points of Soul Blade. First, the bad. The control responsiveness seems arbitrary, at least to novice players. Even with the easiest difficulty setting, players will get frustrated when they try to perform rotational moves and come up short. The enemies in this game are absolutely brutal, making it hard to find time in the heat of battle without a special move. The sword swinging element of the game parallels Star Gladiator, but this game emphasizes the blade a lot more, evidenced by the title. The character endings are by far the worst part of the game. The animation is awful. Look at the waving grass here. Give us a break. Also, it was very disappointing to see the endings done in polygons rather than CG rendered full motion video. Bummer. Soul Blade does have its pluses though. To add replay value, Namco has wisely added a secondary objective in which you must span the globe, fighting different characters for their swords, which you can then take into battle. It's like the Mega Man approach to Street Fighting. That may be stretching it a bit, but it's not stretching it to say that Soul Blade is one of the year's highlights for fighting games. The control gets a C, gameplay gets a B, and challenge gets an A. Now, here's that ab-fab intro.
He blocked 0 times.
How many times?
Literally never blocked. Yeah. Literally never blocked the entire time. I was like, is this dude ever gonna block? Nope. 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 Playing first to one and never blocking. That's awesome. That's so sick. He was playing first to one the entire time and never blocked. Fuck yeah. I hate fighting games. Have you ever blocked? No, I'm not a pussy. Like, thanks, man.
It's cheap.
Oh, it's so funny.
Transcending history and the world.
Yeah, it's like using brakes in the racing game. You're gonna go slower, stupid.
A tale of soul and swords, eternally retold.
Yeah, this is just the intro to Soul Edge, yeah. Great. My best friend won't play Tekken with me because I block too much, supposedly. They should check out Throws. They're gonna go crazy for him. They're gonna, oh no, you heard of this shit? It's called Throw. I need this one for Ty. I need this one for me. This has been on the wheel. We're gonna go to Supermarket Sweep shortly.
Man.
I need
I bet
to
he
know.
likes it.
Yeah, I want to know what he thinks about Rascal. Yeah, blocking is cheapies. That's true. Yum. Do you think George would think throws are cheap? 100%, right? And
yeah.
And like in modern games, not in like old games where there was like more of an argument for throws are cheap, like Street Fighter 2, where you'd get like guaranteed throws that didn't have text until later versions of Street Fighter 2.
And that's not fair. You had a one-frame input that you could do any special move to not be thrown after you got tipped.
That's true. That's true. That's a really good point, yeah.
Rascal may be a graphical wonder, but the play control will cause riotous laughter. With analog or digital control, the game's dorky preteen character is about as easy to steer as it is to keep the Titanic from sinking. The game responds
I simply wouldn't hit an iceberg, but go off, I
accurately
guess.
to your chosen direction of movement. And even though you may get used to the wildly frisky control, you may still find yourself wishing for a better game. Rascal is a major disappointment. The superior graphics, amazing for the PlayStation, raised our expectations. And now this. We hate to complain, even though our amount of bad reviews would make you think otherwise, but Rascal is just not worth buying. The game itself is very simple. You bop or shoot spiders and other nasties as you seek and collect different colored keys which open corresponding doors. Some first graders would find this game insulting to their intelligence. The camera is also a problem, though not a major one. Sometimes the
Not a major one. That's crazy to me because this game has like almost no camera control. It just kind of follows you along because it's tank controls. The real thing about Rascal more than anything else is every level is a labyrinth. Every single level is just figure out where the next time chunk is, repeat times 100.
camera can't keep up with your rapid changes in direction. You might actually find yourself enjoying the game if only for the lush graphics, but superficial qualities alone make not a great game. Bottom line, rent it if you have nothing else to play.
Rascal sucks. He undersold the shit out of how bad Rascal was. For the record, it's so much work. Wait. I didn't know. Oh, this is the show Pokemon. Oh no, it is the game. Okay, sick. Perfect. This is a great one to end on. I'm interested to know. Does he like this? Did he hate this? There's no way he liked this, right?
He can't.
Our last RPG of the day is Pokemon. This is the game that killed the Beanie Babies. Now America's youth.
There's a lot of things I think about Pokemon, and there's a lot of words I would use to describe them, but the game that killed Beanie Babies is not like a thing I associate
with Pikachu, the cute little yellow Pokemon with special lightning powers. Like the Guardian Forces in Final Fantasy VIII, once you capture a Pokemon, you can train it by battling other Pokemon for experience points. You yourself can't die, only your Pokemon can die. Catching
Gone
Pokemon
with
is
the
a lot
Beanie
of fun,
Babies.
even if the game is
Goodbye,
simplistic.
Beanie Baby.
After much training, some Pokemon will even morph into a new breed of Pokemon. Parents should not be concerned about Pokemon mania. This game actually teaches valuable management skills to children and creates an in-depth social experience as players can actually trade Pokemon electronically. I'm quite impressed that 5-year-olds are able to master a game like this. A perfect mix of action and Academy Award-winning character development, Pokemon is a great game for the 12 and under crowd. Older folks may enjoy it as well, but every aspect of the game has appeared in previous old-school RPGs.
I'm sorry, what?
This game actually teaches valuable management skills to children and creates an in-depth social experience as players can actually trade Pokemon electronically. I'm quite impressed that 5-year-olds are able to master a game like this. A perfect mix of action and Academy Award-winning character development.
Yeah?
What?
Pokemon is a great game for the 12 and under crowd. Older folks may enjoy it as well, but every aspect...
Okay, so like I would say he means the character development for the kids playing it, except he said Academy Award winning.
The game has appeared in
Which tells me he's talking about the game, yeah.
RPGs.
He's doing a
While
joke,
the game has broad appeal,
but
the TV show is strictly for the youngins. Episodes are available.
It's really confusing how he's glazing this game.
I caught my...
That's just a clip from Pokemon. This is also Pokemon. Wow. Confusing. Yo, thank you for the resub. We have destroyed the Beanie Babies. I think he's talking about the show, maybe? It is impossible to know. I lied. There's one more I want to do because I'm maybe a little addicted to loving this guy getting mad. Oh, wait, hold on.
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear is truly an Oscar-worthy line delivery.
I agree.
We have 3 Midway games to review. And first up is Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Sub-Zero. The big hoopla surrounding this game is that it's the first action game in the series. While fighting is still an integral part, This title uses side-scrolling levels similar in rigidity to Batman Forever. This game just plain blows.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was worried. I was like, there's no way anyone can glaze this shit, right? As soon as you play this game, you gotta be like, this sucks, man.
The controls suck. The jumping feels like pole vault.
Okay, I've never seen him put ease before. That's very funny, yeah.
The fighting in the game is...
It's not even like a broken clock is right twice a day. It's just like even the weakest Geiger counter will find where the bomb went off.
Ironically, more emphasized here than in any other MK game. You have to fight the same types of enemies over and over and over.
Yeah, like 10 million shitty barakas, yeah.
Doing this gets you experience points. After a certain number of points, you learn a special move, like Sub-Zero's Ice Blast. The game never gets any more complex. Each level is so short that you're forced
Demo mode, huh? Weird how you didn't get past Fujin in your review
to
at any
pace
point.
back and forth, hunting down each cookie cutter enemy, of which there are hundreds. To make matters worse, you have to press a button to turn when you're not facing toward the enemy.
Yeah, that shit sucks. It's insane that they don't have any form of auto turn.
If you press the D-pad in the foe's direction while not facing him, you'll walk backwards. How stupid can you get? It looks like this game was a tinker toy made up by John Tobias in his spare time.
Yeah, real quick check to see if he got any gameplay past Fujin that wasn't labeled demo.
We have 3 midway games to review. And first up is Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Sub-Zero. The big hoopla surrounding this game is that it's the first action game in the series. While fighting is still an integral part, this title uses side-scrolling levels similar in rigidity to Batman Forever. This game just plain blows.
Okay, demo mode of level 2.
The fighting in the game is, ironically, more emphasized here than in any other MK game. You have to fight the same types of enemies over and over and over. Doing this gets you experience points.
Also, the fighting is more emphasized in here than other MK games. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. They're literally just, that's the only thing that's in the other games is it's literally just the fighting. Shut up.
For a number of points, you learn a special move, like Sub-Zero's Ice Blast. The game never gets any more complex. Each level is so short that you're forced to pace back and forth, hunting down each cookie cutter enemy, of which there are hundreds. To make matters worse, you have to press a button to turn when you're not facing toward the enemy. If you press the D-pad in the
This is level 1.
You'll walk backwards. How stupid can you get? It looks like this game was a tinker toy made up by John Tobias in his spare time.
Wow, okay. Yeah, literal only footage is of stage 1. Which, for what it's worth, I don't blame him that much for that. That shit sucks. I would also avoid playing it as much as I could. Alright, let me get... that's for a deck I'm thinking about building, for anyone in the Discord call who saw and was like, Parination. I kind of want to do a reanimator build that reanimates the funny Adamantoise, the funny Final Fantasy turtle that takes all damage for you, and just make it hexproof and indestructible and make my opponent deal with the fact that they'll hit me and the turtle will be at negative 208 and it just won't go away. God, that was so fun yesterday. I've been playing a little bit of Magic again, and let me tell you, people do not know how to play around the turtle. Even a little bit. People truly deeply don't understand what the turtle does. Had somebody turn all of their cards sideways to try and kill me because they had like 400 damage of tramplers or whatever. And so I blocked it to trade as many creatures as I could. And then all the damage went to the turtle. It all went to the turtle. The turtle took all of it. And none of my stuff died. All their stuff died. I didn't die. Just the turtle died like really hard. And then I just hit him with a snapback lethal. All of it went to the turtle. They're like, well, it can't all go to the turtle. No, that's all one damage phase. It all goes to the turtle. Yeah, unless you have, like, the only way to get around it is to do like a double strike where the first strike kills the turtle and then in a separate second damage phase, then you kill me. Otherwise, it goes to the turtle. It goes to the fucking turtle, and they will not understand it. All right, well, hey, everybody. I'm going to stop being live on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, hey, I love to have you. Thank you for being here. I do not have the legal rights to stream what I am about to stream on YouTube. I do on Twitch. It is cleared on Twitch. This is all above board, sponsored by Cash App. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to catch the rest of it, hop on over to twitch.tv/TyTuesday. We'll be going.